Hello and welcome to the Just for Gamers video game podcast. Episode 200, the Bicentennial. Woo! In this week's episode, it's our 200th birthday. Bitches. JfG Ash does a quiz.
Yeah, he does.
JfG Alex does a quiz.
Yeah, I do.
There's Pokemon or Nokemon. And finally, it's 5 minutes to midnight, buddy.
Bedtime. Hello and welcome to the JfG podcast. This is episode 200. My name is Alex and I'm joined as fucking ever, buddies, by my good friend Ash. Hey, buddy. Happy Bicentennial?
Yes, Bicentennial, buddy, because it's LGBTQ month. That's why we use the word bi there.
That's why we've got a bi.
Yeah.
Yes. It's episode 200, buddy. And all I can think to say really as phrases go is shit the bed. We've done it. And by done it, I mean completely just kept turning up.
We've just turned up, sitting down, talking about video games and general shite for...
If that's an achievement, then we've achieved it, buddy.
Well, we fucking nailed it, buddy. Well done. I mean, everyone's expecting fireworks and whatnot for this show, and
They'll
fuck
be
me.
fucking lucky.
I mean, just hold on tight, buddies, because
We've pulled out all the stops
planned for you. I mean, firstly, something completely different. We'll talk about what we've been doing this week, I guess.
Yeah, probably get the ball rolling with that. But yeah, we've got a fun-filled show coming up for you, buddies. We haven't really made this sort of effort since perhaps episode 100 or 50. So that's something to be pretty excited about, I would say. But yeah, let's get the ball rolling, buddy, as we customarily do.
Ooh.
By having a bit of a chat about what we've been up to. So what have you been doing this week?
Fucking website, mate.
The website. Yeah,
it was that time again. Obviously had to sort some shit out, so I'm going to try and break it down for you. I think around about Thursday last week, I get on the old dog and bone. I'm like, oi, hosting company, oi, what's this about the fact that I can't cancel my auto renewal on your hosting policy? And they're like, oh yeah, you can't do that. Let me fix that for you. I'm like, all right then, cool, thanks. So, and I said, so this will finish next week on like the 6th. I've got till then to sort my shit out. They're like, yeah. And then I get an email saying, oh no, we can't do that, but we can cancel it right now for you. Let me know what you want to do. I see this and I ring them and I say, oh, actually, no, I didn't ring them. I went on their website to check and it had already been deleted. I was like, cool. So they didn't wait for me to respond. So I phoned them, had a big old chat with them about where the fuck is my website? Why is it not there? I can't access it. Have you deleted it? And they're like, yeah, we've deleted it. I'm like, well, you better fucking make a backup, you cunts. So next day I ring back. He said, oh yeah, 24 hours it'll be there. I'm like, okay, cool. So in 24 hours the database was back. So obviously first thing I do, back up the database. Got the old SQL file there done. I phoned him up. Some woman, she's like, you haven't got hosting with us. I'm like, I know, but
I did.
Yesterday I did. It was amazing, but one of you retards deleted it. I was like, yeah. You're doing a good job. And then she was just like, no, you're not listening to me. You haven't got any hosting out here with us. I'm like, I know, but yesterday I did. Obviously, I was a bit more angry whilst telling them, not joking along. So she goes off and talks to someone and she's like, oh yeah, I can see what the issue is here. I'm like, is it what I told you it was? And she's like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, it'll be on there within the next 72 hours. I was like, fine, I will keep checking it. lo and behold, I got an email saying, yes, your files are back on there in some folder called like old files or something. I was like, okay, cool. So I copy them, move them back into the root directory, but because they've changed the database name, WordPress wasn't working. So yeah, that was cool. I was like, right, fuck it, I'm not going to phone them because they're a bunch of cunts. So I figured it out on my own, how to change some settings in some files and stuff. I felt pretty happy afterwards. Like, I didn't even fucking Google that shit. I was just like, bam, straight on it. I've got this. Brain power.
He's a savant. He's a savant, ladies and gentlemen.
So then I backed all that up and then realised, oh wait, there's no point backing it up now because you've got to put our old episode 199 on there, which I really enjoyed, buddy. I actually listened to it back the other day because I ran out of podcasts to listen to in my car. Like,
well,
I know
if you're scraping the barrel, buddy, then there we are.
Exactly.
Just ask our listeners.
Yeah, I mean, they know all about how shit this is.
They know.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously, I was like, right, I'm not going back with that company. I think it was like 1&1 Iona or something. I can't remember the name of it.
They're quite a big one as well. Like that's quite the monumental fuck up. Yeah. Imagine if we were some global corporation or something.
So I scoured the internet for deals and found a website that was like, yeah, have a year for free. I was like, I like you. So I went ahead with them. One.com we went with, and I even got our domain name transferred over to them, and it cost £10.80 for the year, buddy. So
there you go.
That's how it's done.
That's how we do. We operate on a shoestring so that we can be completely covered and funded by our listeners. And so we've been doing that successfully since 2015.
So once again, I'd like to thank everyone that's donated to us for, like, literally, this is the only thing that we use the money on. We don't fucking spend it on like games or anything. It's just use it for
not at all. If we don't spend all of the money, it just sits in our PayPal until we need it
next year. So
absolutely,
yeah. So just want to say a big thanks to everyone again, and can't wait till this time next year, buddy.
It's always a party.
I'm very excited. I didn't do the standard like test podcast thing because I've just got it fucking nailed now. Like, I used to use like a WordPress plugin to like download all the shit and zip it up and then upload it again. But now I'm just like, I just throw files on there. I just throw it on there.
Just willy-nilly, if you will.
Like,
just chuck it around.
I used to be so worried about, oh no, it's not going to work. But to be honest, in the past, when we changed our domain name 3 times, that was a fucking ball ache. But now that we've got one that sticks, I feel like
we've settled on a name now.
Yeah, well done.
200 episodes in.
We're did there. It. Yeah. So yeah, fucking websites, buddy. Other news, it's my birthday. Not today, on Friday, when this goes out, buddy. So, happy birthday.
Game night?
Me. Yeah, game night. Birthday game night. I'm going to get stupidly drunk.
What? Well, that would be nothing new, buddy.
No, it's just a standard Friday, but, you know, I just feel a bit better because I'm going to have a line the next day and be like, fuck you, it's my birthday. Even though it won't
ultimately
be on
justified. Yeah, perfect.
I've got quite the treat for my birthday, buddy. I might have bought PlayStation VR for my birthday.
VR friend!
Yeah, and I was thinking, like, looking at our Christmas lists, I think I've nailed all of mine pretty much.
You've done very well.
It's like, new monitor, new graphics card, PlayStation VR, beard oil, nailed it. I'm sure they're
throwing it about. Fuck. You don't give a fuck.
I don't.
There you go.
At the moment, I'm just like, oh, fuck it. Found a cracking deal, 150 quid for the headset, PlayStation World, and the camera. The only thing I'm missing is the PlayStation Move controllers, buddy, and they're not for sale apparently anywhere in the world. It's incredible having to find them, but me being me, my friend, I found some today. Literally, when I was writing this, I was like, Move controllers are not for sale anywhere, in capitals, ! Several times, as it says on the pod notes. And I was like, you know what, let me just go check right now. Googled it. Bam, there it was. I was like, what? There's normally like a few shops where I know they're all out of stock, but there was Curry's Business. I was like, hello.
Ooh.
clicked on it, and it was like specifically for businesses. And it's like, you can't order from here unless you're a business. So I'm like, I'm a business?
Hello, I am a business.
Exactly. I was like, hi, I'm a business. And they were
there's
like,
one thing that businesses of the world need, buddy, is PlayStation Move controllers.
Yeah. It does. Especially if your company name is the JfG podcast.
Yes. Oosh. Well, we've got a business PayPal account because I accidentally did that.
I know, that's what I thought. So
we were halfway
good.
there already. It's a beautiful thing.
So
Very tasty.
I've got some PlayStation Move controllers coming on Friday, aka birthday. Yes! So I'm fucking ready. I've got at least 10 VR games installed, thanks to you, because you're a legend.
Yes! You're welcome, buddy. I've been building that little catalogue for you.
And I'm very, very excited, my friend. Very excited. Got some VR porn downloaded as well, ready for a bit of wanking.
Important, crucial, absolutely vital.
I mean, like I've experienced it in the past, but not at such a high res. I mean, it's
wonderful, titillating fidelity, buddy. So you're really going to enjoy that, I'm sure.
Nice.
On your spinny chair.
I can't wait. I mean, I'm a bit worried about the cables, strangulating me, but some people get off on that.
I mean, yeah, it's more than ideal for a lot of folk, I would say. It's more common than you think, I would imagine. Yeah.
Well, then.
There you go.
And what else have we got, buddy? I got an email today for the Division 2 beta, so I'll be playing that, which will be nice.
I got that as well, yeah.
Well, there you go, then. Lovely jubbly.
I might do.
Yeah. We'll give it a go. And what's about I loaded up Resident Evil 2. Then closed it because I got scared.
Can happen. Can happen.
And
harrowing.
Finally, buddy, I played a couple of new games this week, so I've got something to talk about. Yay!
Yeah,
which is nice. So there you go, buddy. That's pretty much me this week. I've done other stuff like go to the pub and whatnot, but that's about it, mate.
So it's the punch, buddy. Nice to hear all about your bits and business and shenanigans and happenings and goings on.
Giddens, buddy. It's been lovely. So, give me a rundown on what you've been doing.
Just topping up my gin, buddy. Spoilers.
Oh.
Just pop that in there because I made this way too strong. Absolute fuckwit. Yeah. Well, when you're finishing off a bottle, it's hard to kind of measure at that point because it's how much is left. Obviously. Is how much you're going to have.
Obviously.
Anyway, I've been out and about, mate. I've been out and about.
Man about town.
Yeah, just man about town, really. Been dinnering again. There's been a lot of dinnering.
He's done the dinner. I like it.
Been doing the dinner, yeah. The missus was away for most of the week, so we went out for a bit of a Friday night dinner before game night. And I have to say, necking a bottle of wine before game night is a dangerous game. And something I didn't necessarily consider. And perhaps regretted to some degree come sort of 11:30. But it was still fun, and I enjoyed it. Saturday, I went to the Forum, my local venue that used to be a public toilet, to see 90s Britpop band Sleeper for some reason. It was very, very good. It was really fun. There's nothing I like more than sweating my tits off, drinking Red Stripe, and watching a band that last had a hit single in 1994. I think that's called growing up, buddy. So
I like it.
That's what I did. It was fucking sweet. Going back there to see old Jamie Lenman on Saturdays, headlining the Forum, the singer from Reuben. It's going to be fucking sweet as the punch.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, got the Toms in tow, friend of the podcast Paul, friend of the podcast Mark coming down. Should be a right old giggle. And that'll be fucking fun. So I'll talk about that next week.
Nice.
Other things I've done this week, fuck all really. Went out for Sunday brunch. There's nothing more decadent, buddy, than heading out for a brunch.
That's true.
On a Sunday, it's quite the experience. You feel very dapper, and you have your fucking poached eggs or whatever, and be like, yeah, I'm in a restaurant, but it's like 11 in the morning. Here we are. Simple things. So that's good. Then went to football at Cassidy's, buddy. See the old Arsenal City game. That was a giggle. And then out for a curry in the evening with friends, and that was bonza. So yeah, lots of dinnering. It turns out, actually, when you're earning money, again, you can go out and you don't feel bad about it.
No, because of the money. I like it.
Yeah, so there you go. That's me, buddy. Nothing else to report. Nope. I had a little half-second think
You
there.
thought about it for a second.
Confirmation, nothing else to report. So before we head over, buddy, into the section about games and so on and so forth, because of this being a gaming podcast, I feel it is my duty to ask what you are drinking this evening.
This evening, buddy, I am on... Well, I've had already a bottle of, Sharps Atlantic, and now
I do like Sharps beer. Nice.
too. And now I'm on the Oakham Citra. It's a session IPA that's very taste-delicious, buddy.
It's refreshing. Refreshing for a Wednesday evening. Very nice.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And yourself? Obviously, I know you're on the G&T, because you've already said that.
I am on the G&T, buddy, but after the trepidation and troubles and worries that I had last week with my little purple straw keep popping out the top of my beer jug, I decided to change tack. And so this week I'm drinking from Reindeer Beaker. It's Reindeer Beaker. It's got a reindeer on the lid. The red straw comes out his nose. And crucially, it has a lid. And a handy carry handle, buddy. So
nice.
I think you'll agree there's nothing better to drink gin and tonic out of than Reindeer Beaker. He agrees.
Yeah, there's nothing better.
He was happy to think. He gave it a red hot crack. He failed, and I don't blame you, buddy. There's nothing better. With that in mind, probably time to move on, buddy. Let's go and talk about what we've been playing.
Gibbons.
So I think you're going to get the ball rolling here, buddy, as you usually do, but based on what you've been playing this week, I thought it was worth popping this in from our Discord chat. You can get involved by heading to the JfGpodcast.co.uk, and there you will find a link to our Discord. We've got a community there, and you can join it, and you can talk, and you can listen, and you can suggest, and you can do things like that. Cosmic Dad this week, buddy.
Yeah.
The mighty Cosmic Dad, he was on the old Discord this week, and he said, "So, has anyone played the surprise February release, Apex Legends? I'm so torn because it looks nice, it's by Respawn, but it's also free to play and loot box laden. So, buddy, what have you been playing this week?"
I've been playing a bit of Apex Legends.
Oh, and how are you finding Apex? And I suppose no one really knows anything about this who normally listens to the show unless they've done a bit of research themselves. So, worth mentioning what it is. This is from Respawn Entertainment, the creators of Titanfall, and they have just stealth released It's Under Your Chair.
It's under your chair right now.
A video game, a battle royale video game to rival, I don't know, Fortnite and Black Cow, and so on. Except it's from Respawn, and we all know how well their games normally play. So fill us in with the details, buddy. I've got it downloaded, haven't had the chance to fire it up just yet, but what are your early impressions?
I want to play more of this game, I would say.
That's a good sign, usually.
Yeah, it really is. I played about 3 hours of it last night, and I'm fucking hooked on it. I'm like, I need to play more of this. It's incredible. It's really good. Like, the gameplay is fantastic. It's like you say, it's like Titanfall. Obviously, yeah, without the big whole hoo-ha is there's no Titans, there's no wall running, which, you know, in Titanfall 2 and Titanfall, that's like a big thing, you know.
I'm surprised there's no wall running, because they kind of had that nailed in Titanfall 2.
They really did. I suppose
with a big open world environment, you wouldn't necessarily use it all the time anyway. So.
Yeah, once you get into the map, it doesn't really fit the wall running kind of type of game, I would say. Holy shit. Sorry. We've had a donation yesterday for £50.
Holy shit.
From Cosmic Dad.
What a fucking ledge.
I'm just going to read. So this is complete, like, I'm just, because the stream isn't working, I'm trying to refresh it now. And I need to read this right now. Just wanted to say, have a couple of pints on me, or buy a game, or go wild in a Steam sale, or whatever. Getting 200 episodes done is a fantastic effort, and you deserve to know it's appreciated. Congrats. Which, fuck me. That's well, we're here to episode 1000 now, buddy.
I mean, yeah, that's going to cover us for 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that.
That's insane. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah,
that's absolutely
to be contributing with questions and stuff in the show, and they're donating as well.
Yeah.
Like, absolute legend. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. And yeah, now the onus really is on you to answer this question.
I need to do
now,
this
buddy.
right now, don't I? Yeah, fuck. Okay,
get stuck in.
Let me focus. What was I saying? Stuff about this game. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It seems really cool. All I want to do right now is play more of it. So let's start off with the basics. Like we said, it's a battle royale game, but with a slight twist. So obviously it's called Apex Legends. So there are 8 characters which are legends. They've kind of taken the model from Overwatch here, but obviously with Overwatch they're heroes and they've got a set playing style, like they have set weapons, set moves and stuff like that. With these, the legends, they have set moves, but obviously being a battle royale, you pick up everything that you find. You know, you don't load in with a gun.
Yep.
So these moves are obviously tailored to all different kinds. They're your standard classes in most things. There's like a teleporty one. There's a one that can see through walls or footsteps. You know, there's just like your massive grunt kind of person, your tank, you could say. So yeah, there's all different ones. When you load into the game, I haven't said yet, this is a 3-player game. So 3 people on a team. You can't play it solo at the moment, but I think they're looking into that. So when you load into the game, you're putting into an order of 1, 2, and 3. The person that's first gets to pick first, obviously, second, third, and you choose whichever character out of that. So obviously you can't have 2 of the same character, which I kind of like. That's kind of a cool little mechanic in there.
It means you can build a team dynamic as well, doesn't it? You've got to maybe kind of think about the tactics to a degree.
You can really play to your strengths. So
makes sense.
Personally, I normally I try and go for the see-through walls guy because I'm a cheaty bastard. It's kind of my thing. So obviously that's where it's kind of drawing in from Overwatch. So the other game that I'm going to reference is Black Cow. Obviously Respawn came from people that were developing Modern Warfare 2, I think it was, back in the day. So the gunplay in this is fantastic, just like in Titanfall 2. You know, the guns feel meaty, they sound fantastic. They're just really good. And obviously there's a nice array of weapons to choose from. And what's good about it, it isn't like in Fortnite. Obviously I'm comparing this to as many Battle Royale games that I've played.
You've got to, haven't you, really?
In Fortnite you have your different coloured guns, as in like from common to epic. You know, your standard white, green, blue, purple, yellow. Yeah. So every gun in this is standard. And then what you do, you get attachments for those guns which make it better. So extended mags, like muffled shotgun, or some stuff about guns that I don't know because I'm not really that interested in guns, but it makes it better. Big scope. There you go. There's one.
And is that where the loot boxes come in?
No.
They're just cosmetic, are they?
Yeah, they're all just cosmetic, but we'll talk about that in a bit. So,
okay.
Yeah, so you get all weapon attachments. Also within the game, you have a shield. So you got your standard health and then a shield. And what you do, you go around and pick up either body armor or a helmet. And they are graded from white, blue, and purple. I think there may be a yellow one. I haven't found a yellow one for, ultra super awesomeness. And yeah, so if you have standard, you get like 2 shield. Then blue is like 3, and then purple's 4 shield. So you obviously, the higher, better stuff you get, the more damage you can take. And what you can do, you can get, fuck knows what they're called, like canisters. They look like fucking, gas canisters. And you pop them and that recharges your shield. You've also got like big medipacks and stim packs and stuff like that to get your health back up. Control-wise and movement-wise, this game is awesome. Very much kind of this is what I was going with. Like it's that gameplay from Black Cow or Black Ops 4, fast paced kind of get in there, get out of there kind of stuff. It's very much it's not your battlegrounds kind of slowly. What about shooting from a mile away? This is a game where you get stuck in, or someone's taking pop shots and like two people go and flank and stuff like that. There's a lot of cool tactics going on there, especially. And
does the health reflect that to a degree? Like in terms of what are we talking in terms of how many times you get thumped before you're dead, kind of thing?
Depends on what kind of gun they've got. Depends on how much ammo you've got. Kind of stuff. Like, I mean, I feel like I've been all right. I played, like I said, 3 hours last night. I think I got 11 kills in that, which doesn't sound like a lot, I know, but
for a battle royale game, it's substantial, exactly. Really, especially when you're first starting out as well.
When you're trying to work out what the fuck is going on in this kind of game. It's I mean, I haven't got an issue with the health. It is what it is, really, at the end of the day. What is nice when you start shooting someone, obviously numbers pop out of them, standard stuff. But the colour of that number shows you like what type of armour they've got on. So if it's purple, they've got really good stuff. If it's just standard white, then they're totally fucked because you're going to batter them. So that's kind of a nice thing. So you can judge on if you can go all out, or you have to like do a few pops and then kind of fuck off for a bit because they've got health and stuff like that.
Okay.
What else is there? The movement is awesome. I think I've said that as well. The sliding mechanics really good. It's got zip wires which you can go up and down all over the place. The presentation of it's very well done for a game that just comes out on a day. It's like, here's a game. Like, it's very much well polished. With the menus, they're your bog standard kind of menus that you find in Overwatch and your battle royales. But the actual game, like the UI, it's really nice. It alerts you really well to when the circle's closing in. So you got like a timer on the left hand side, and when it gets down to like the last 20 seconds, that like gets big. So you can be like, oh shit, it's time to move, kind of thing, which is cool.
I suppose it's a huge gamble, isn't it? Just like just dropping something out like this when everyone's going to play it. In this current climate, everyone's going to fucking play this thing. I think I saw the statistics. They hit 1 million concurrent users within the first like 8 hours.
Yeah, they've had 2.5
so.
in the first 24 hours.
It's just
crazy.
Absolutely exploding everywhere, and it looks like a gamble that's completely paid off. But
definitely
needed to be tight, didn't it, if they were going to do that? And it looks like it is. Yeah.
So one of the big things about the controls on this game is you can ping stuff, buddy. Now you're like, what are you on about, Ash? Why would I want to see my internet ping? That's fucking retarded. Obviously that's not what I mean. You can press, I think it's R1, and say there's a chess piece there that you don't need. You can be like, ping that, and it tells your squad members, it puts a little marker on it and says they get an audio message like from your character, like fucking blue chess piece here, or you put a marker over in the distance and be like, let's go and investigate over there. Now that's pretty standard stuff, saying like, oh, okay, let's go investigate over there. But the other members of your team can look over there and be like, yeah, okay, let's do that. Like, they can ping that location to confirm that. So when you're playing with randos, like, there's some communication
still there. Got some teamwork there. Yeah, that's a nice touch.
Yeah, and then also, if you ping an enemy, it's like enemy sighted over there, and like there's it's just a very, very well made system. The ping
sounds like a lot of stuff that Funk's gonna like. That's kind of his bag. Those sort of the ability to be very tactical.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That I think this could be a very tactical game if people want to get involved with it and stuff like that. But it's very good. I mean, we're gonna have to quickly talk about the loot boxes. Obviously, this thing's riddled with loot boxes. There's all kind of shit you can pay for and get Apex things. I can't remember what they're called. You get them every time you level up. But obviously it's straight out of Overwatch. The thing comes up, spins around, different colours come out, and then you got your shit. All of it is cosmetics, so give a fuck, really. I mean, that's there because they need to make money on it. I understand. Apparently there's going to be like seasons to this. I don't really know much about it. I haven't seen much about it, to be honest, but there's going to be 4 seasons a year. I don't know what that entails. There are already 2 characters that you can buy. You can also buy them with in-game currency you earn, but obviously that's a fuckload of in-game currency you have to earn to get that. And then the other thing is, obviously, every single like cosmetic thing, be it like a banner, a voice line, an outfit, you can actually buy these with in-game crafting materials. So there's the trifecta of your currencies there, buddy.
Yep.
So you've got normal stuff that you earn playing the game, you got paid for stuff, and then you get crafting materials which you get from loot boxes. So obviously in the loot box you get random stuff, but if you want, you can save up your crafting materials and buy a skin for however many. Obviously the legendary ones are fucking stupid, but I think I've got like 60 of these crafting materials already, and I think I can buy like a rare skin for that, which I'm like, that's not that bad. If I want a little Flavor Flav on there,
just got no issue with loot boxes in a free-to-play game whatsoever.
No,
absolutely
especially
nothing.
with a game that feels and runs so well, and the fact that, you know, it was a surprise, it's under your chair kind of thing, like that.
Yeah, and the fact that the gameplay.
Happens.
If the gameplay is in no way affected by the loot system, then that's fine as well. I mean, obviously, if there's 2 characters you can buy, then there's always this danger if they roll out more characters that you're going to have balancing issues with characters you can buy versus base game characters. And that
is
would probably
true.
be my concern, considering this is a fucking EA game.
Yes,
at its heart.
obviously.
But early doors, it looks like it's well tailored, at least, you know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. So. Yeah, all in all, this game's pretty fucking cool. I've been wanting a battle royale game to actually get into, and when we played Black Ops 4, I was like, yeah, this is cool, but it didn't grab me as much as I wanted it to. Whereas this one has. Now I don't know if that's the fact that, you know, I have abilities, or it's like Titanfall or something. I don't know what it is. But it's very good. Oh, one more thing is, obviously you're in your fucking Flymobile when you go off over the top of the map. You have a thing called a jump master, buddy. And the jump master is in charge of jumping. And you all jump together at the same time, so it's not a case of like, ready, steady, let's go. It's like, he's in control of all of you. And that's fantastic. So, obviously, when you're playing with randos, they have got the option to break off on their own, but I mean, that's just a bad idea when you're in a team game. So, yeah, the guy that's in charge just presses the button, all 3 of you go out, and then he's in control of all 3 of you while you're dropping down. I think that's fantastic. It's really, really a good way of keeping the team together.
Anything that's going to encourage people to stick together for a little bit longer when you're playing like random dropping in games, if you maybe haven't got a great deal of friends who are on all the time, then that's kind of perfect, isn't it? Makes sense. Good design choice. Yeah,
definitely. I haven't won a game yet. I came second last night. It was fucking... Yeah, it was very close. It was very, very close. But our rando tried to do something silly and ran out and died. And then that was that.
What a douchebag.
What a douchebag. Happen. Indeed, buddy.
Okay, well, I'm sure we'll talk about this more. I've got it installed, so I will be playing it before next week's show. But for now, buddy, I see you've also been playing another new game. So do you want to give us a little bit of a rundown on that?
Yeah, so I played the Anthem demo this weekend. Now, I thought coming into this week thinking, oh yeah, I'll just be talking about Anthem and not talking about Apex Legends or whatever. And yeah, that kind of just overshone Anthem for me, that game. I don't know why. Just because it was really good and I enjoyed it. So let's talk about Anthem anyway. Anthem, yeah, it is what you think it is, really. It's a game about numbers, setting a sci-fi futuristic-y world, which I have no idea what the fuck's going on there. In the demo, I got to play through like 4 missions or something, and then a stronghold. So the stronghold is like a strike, if you will, in Destiny.
Right.
So this is all 4-player co-op. You can do it single player or with as many players. You can set it to public or private. I really enjoyed the combat. I don't think this game's going to be for everyone, though. I'm struggling to pull myself together to force people to like this game, because I think it's going to be a case of you either know you're going to like this or you don't. Mainly just because of what it is. It's a looter shooter where the numbers go up, buddy, at the end of the day. Now, what I did find was, whilst doing I can't remember the name, the strike, I'm going to call it because I can't remember what it was called. Stronghold, there you go. It's very tough. We did it on hard mode, which is the hardest setting you could set it up to in the demo. And it did take a lot of team tactics and stuff like that to get through it, but it wasn't... I mean, people are going to compare this to like Destiny being a looter shooter. It's not on the same level mechanically wise, like, you know, team-based strategies and things like that. It's a case of trying to get as much damage down as possible, which is kind of cool. So I played with a couple of the different javelins. The initial one was the javelins are like the mech suits that you get in. The first one was just like your standard artillery guy. He shoots stuff.
Right.
And then after a couple of levels, I unlocked. I had the chance to unlock another one. I went for the wizard type. I called him Classic wizard. I think it's called Stormcaller or something like that. I don't know. Straight out of Destiny though. Stormcaller, classic. And I had a whale of a time with this guy. I could float forever, pretty much. So I could just be up in the sky shooting dudes from above. I had like magical lightning grenades and could shoot laser beams. Yeah, freaking laser beams and stuff from the sky. I was like, this feels so good. And yeah, like I probably will end up getting this game. And yeah, I'll definitely be choosing this class because it just feels different to like your standard third-person shooter where you're running around on the floor and putting up little barriers and things like that. It's fucking crazy. The flying in this game is really cool. I wish there was more of it, you know. It's just a shame that it's just a tool mainly to getting from A to B. But like I said, with the Storm class or whatever it is, you can float about, and that's lovely, and it's really good fun. I think I went through like the Stronghold about 4 or 5 times to see what kind of loot it was actually chucking out. I found it difficult to get around the menu system to even understand what the fuck I was getting. But by the end of it, I knew what I was getting and what guns I liked and things like that. So,
yeah, and I mean, if you're jumping into Destiny 2 for the first time, it'd be exactly the same.
Yeah,
you'd be like,
exactly.
What the fuck does all this even mean?
All these menus. I just want to say the fort or the whatever it's called, the tower where you go back to, is fucking balls. All kinds of popping, like NPCs not loading and then suddenly appearing out of fucking nowhere in my face. I had issues with texturing in missions where I came out of one door, loaded into like the open area, everything was just yellow. I was like, what am I looking at? This is just a wall of yellow but with some black lines in it. And then after about a couple of minutes it sorted itself out, which was fine. So yeah, there's definite issues. I wouldn't recommend anyone picking this up day one, because no way are they going to get any of that shit fixed. I mean, we already knew from the previous week beta or demo even.
Oh, it was shitted, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was totally fucked. So, I mean, I wouldn't expect anything really to change. I mean, I think Origin Live, what's the thing? EA Access, they get it on the 15th, which is, you know, next week. Or whenever. Yeah,
I mean, I could sign up for another month of EA Access for £1.99 and play this game for a month and see how it goes. But there's nothing you're saying here is piquing my interest, to be honest.
This game is not for you.
It's not for me at all.
It's not for you at all, mate.
No.
It is a game that I will play and probably go through the campaign, and then I don't know if anything will keep me coming back or not, depending on, the gunplay was decent enough when I found a gun that I enjoyed. The abilities were cool. There was definitely good stuff about it. I'm not giving it enough praise on what it was. What it did look like when everything loaded in, it did look fucking amazing.
Nice. Okay.
But yeah, just some issues. And I'm not too sure on the combat either, if it's going to get... this is fucking stupid. If it's going to get too repetitive, because, Destiny 2 is so versatile.
It's just, it's a real amazing selection of different things. Yeah. Well, I suppose we'll see on this one. And as you say, this is your bag, so I've no doubt you'll pick this up. But yeah, I haven't seen anything or heard anything that suggests that it's something I'm going to enjoy very much, especially with the sort of way that my tastes have changed over the last year or so.
Yeah.
So, yeah. No, nice to hear about it anyway, buddy. Thanks for that.
Yeah, sorry, I kind of waffled on for way too long about 2 games just then.
Well, it was always going to be a long show.
Gibbons, buddy. So there you go. That's about me for games this week. I did get another game on the Switch, but I can't remember what it was. And I only played it for about half an hour because I was really pissed and was like, "What's this game?" But it's something about set in the 80s and stuff. I was like, "Yeah, 80s were cool and shit, whatever." Anyway, go on then, buddy. What have you been playing this week?
I've been playing Celeste, buddy.
Celeste.
I'm not going to talk about it, except to say that I've completed all of the B-sides, collected all of the strawberries.
It's got all the strawberries.
I didn't know that there were crystal hearts hidden in every one of the base levels. I've found all of them as well, and that unlocked the B-side of the core, which I think, just over halfway through. It is rock hard. I've died like 1,000 times in 4 screens of puzzles, so I would probably say it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's got to the stage now. I know that I must be near the end because there's only 3 trophies I haven't got on the game now, and one of them is there's a achievement on Celeste, and I haven't been achievement hunting. I've just naturally got them all by playing the thing.
Yeah.
But one of the achievements is to collect 7 strawberries without them pinging. So when you collect a strawberry in this game, once you get out of the sort of danger zone and stop for a minute, then it dings and you've got it. But you have to collect 7 of them without it dinging, which basically means you got to you can't stop. You got to keep hopping. So collect one, hop through to the next bit, collect another, and you got to get 7 of them, and then stop so that they all ding at once. And that's the achievement. I think it's got a 0.15% people have got it, which is, some of the B-sides were 1.2% and stuff of people had actually completed them. But this is next level bullshit. I'm not sure I'll ever get that. But I wasn't going for them anyway, so it's fine. But that's Celeste. I've now played. I've played 40 hours on that one save, so I think I'm up to 53, 55 hours of this 2D platformer now. So there you are. That's Celeste, buddy. Elsewhere, I've been playing 2 very different games. 2 games very different from each other. Firstly, Rogue Aces on the PS4, because it was on PS Plus as the crossplay Vita and PS4 game. It is a 2D arcade flight combat shooter sort of game.
Right.
And I've seen videos of it in the past. It's always been something I've kind of liked the look of, but never willing to actually spend on it. And it looked like a very simple sort of R-type kind of game, but actually it's quite complex mechanically, and it took me a good hour to start getting the gist of it, because it's got all of the flight controls you would associate with a fully 3D flight simulator, except it's on a 2D plane. So yeah, you could take off from a carrier and you've got a throttle on the right, and you can use the right stick to select the percentage throttle, which you just wouldn't expect from a little 8-bit 2D arcade game. but it does a really good job of tutorializing. There's lots of little hints and tips and so on. You've got like 3 different types of weaponry. You sort of straight cannon, missiles, and then you can drop bombs as well. And there's a whole campaign here. You can play. I'm pretty sure it's got co-op elements or multiplayer elements of some sort as well. I think it might be fully online. In fact, it seems to have online on the main menu. But yeah, it's really fun. It's quite challenging, but it's just something a bit different. I'm really enjoying it. You know, you've got randomly generated missions in here as well as the main campaign. So just, you know, you get 3 lives and take off, shoot, like have a load of dogfights, maybe shoot down a blimp, bomb an island, land on the runway there so the flag goes up and you claim it as your own base, kind of thing. It's nice. It's really cool because that's the beauty of these games that are, you know, minimalistic in a kind of graphical sense, is the mechanics are like the mechanics for miles. You know, you can have whatever you want there. There's plenty of power to do it. So yeah, nice. Really feature rich game, and I'd highly recommend everyone give it a go. It's surprisingly challenging, and that's quite satisfying when you get it right.
Yeah.
So that's Rogue Aces. And the other game I've been playing is Fable, the original Fable, which had a remaster a couple of years ago, and is on Xbox Game Pass. So the missus had Fable 2 back in the day. I played all the way through Fable 3, and we thought we'd fire this up and give it a go. And it's dated, obviously, even with the remaster, like all of the original dialogue's in there, and obviously, you know, this is I think it was an Xbox original game, so limited space for audio and that sort of thing still at this point.
Limitations there. I mean,
yeah, for a semi-open world game, you've only got limited sort of number of voice acting sort of lines and that sort of thing. It's kind of rudimentary in a lot of ways, but there's still got that charm. It's still like really endearing. A lot of the like main quest dialogue is really quite funny. Some of it's relatively well acted, especially for the era. Yeah. I'm struggling with it a little bit because I didn't play it first time round, so I haven't really got the nostalgia for it. And I think a lot of these remastered, that's kind of what they're for. These remasters, they're not necessarily for people who've never played the game to come back and experience them and be kind of blown away or anything. But all in all, it's quite fun to play through. And yeah, just sort of as a mild diversion, really, as I'm waiting for some more stuff to hit the Game Pass. Because you just get greedy when you've got like 150 games there and they keep adding like 8 a month. You're like, come on. I mean, once I finish Celeste, I'm going to go through Ori. It seems like the perfect transition to go onto that platformer. Yeah. And in the news you'll hear shortly, buddy, there are some exciting new games coming to Game Pass in February as well. So yeah, Fable's just kind of tiding us over for now. Nice. But yeah, really enjoying just getting stuck into some old-fashioned RPG from old Molyneux and Co. Good
Why not? Fuck it.
A couple of biatches, buddy. Gibbons.
Yeah.
So yeah, not a lot from me this week, but hopefully some more next week, and maybe some VR co-op to talk about as well, buddy, next time round. That could be a bit cheeky. What do you think of that? You like that idea?
That's a crazy idea.
Yeah, we play some fucking VR together and have a chat about that. Maybe episode 201 can be some sort of VR special. We'll see how we go.
We could do it in VR.
we could do it in VR. We could do it in like the Rec Room or something.
Yeah,
and then stream that on
just stream
PS4.
The game. And be like, yeah, we're in Rec Room. We're a bunch of cunts.
It's a fucking option. It's a stupid one, and that means it might happen. Anyway, I think we should probably move on, buddy, unless you've got anything else.
No, I'm good, buddy. Let's do it.
And now it's time for the news. I'm going to fucking pile through this because we've got a lot of stuff still to come.
Just came through it.
There's not a lot anyway. It's fine. So firstly, the Switch. We got the announcement that the Switch sold. I think it's like 20 million units in the last calendar year rather, and overall 47 million units now, which is fucking impressive. You'll remember that about sort of 13, 14 months ago, Nintendo set themselves a 20 mil target for the next 12 months, and I think they've ended up hitting like 18.5 or something like that. So they got really close, and I don't think anyone really. I suppose I can only speak for myself, but I really didn't think this thing would sell 50 million fucking units when I saw it, when I saw the announcements and so on.
Yeah, I was just like, no, this doesn't work. No.
And yeah, I mean, I think that what they've managed to do better than they've done on most of their previous consoles, certainly in the modern era, is bolster their first-party lineup with, if not big third-party titles, lots of indie titles, lots of interesting sort of niche titles and stuff. And with that mobile element, it just, so many games are really well suited to that console. It just kind of makes sense. So I think that's probably how they've managed to tide it over. Obviously, they had the cardboard thing and, you know, the NES games, and they've released the online and so on. So, all in all, seems to be going pretty well for them. The only downside in Nintendo news this week is that Mario Kart Tour, which is the upcoming proper Switch Mario Kart, you'll remember the last one was a port from the Wii U version of a deluxe edition. Mario Kart Tour has been delayed until this summer, so it's not going to be coming out quite as soon as everyone was hoping. But still, you know, I mean, there was a little bit of a shortage of big first-party games at Christmas, but
indeed,
you know, they had Pokemon come out, and they've still got the proper Pokemon on the horizon as well. So yeah, all in all, relatively rosy in the Nintendo field, I think. Number two, Microsoft created and then resolved a major issue in Xbox's firmware last week. This was all users worldwide affected. Xbox updates on the fly rather than Sony's sort of stupid download system where you fire your console up on a game night ready to play some stuff and you have to do a fucking software system update and then it restarts 3 times and then maybe it doesn't work properly and it rebuilds your database and
maybe it doesn't work,
all that bullshit. Xbox doesn't do that. It can update the firmware on the fly. They can just push that out from the back end. But the latest update included a just a cheeky push it through the back end, buddy.
Just going to push it through that back end.
Push it through. Just push
I understand.
Yeah. The latest firmware update included a service of some description. They haven't said exactly what it was, which was causing all users, when signing in, to be greeted with a black screen and nothing else. They did fix this within an hour or two by rolling back that service. They got on it pretty quickly and they sorted it. I still don't really get how it happens, though. I mean, like, if it's doing it on every console, then you only need to test it once and you would have found it. So I don't know if that's just me being stupid, but it strikes me, buddy, that if it's affecting every user, then the most simple of testing would have found that straight away. So
you would have thought so.
You would have thought so. What can you say?
Not a lot.
Not a lot, really. Not a lot. But in more positive Microsoft news, we do, as I said, have some news on stuff that's coming out, and also some very interesting news for Switch users. So let's get on to the Game Pass stuff first, because it's just the best. It's the best service in video games. It's the February best. Games to be added to Game Pass. There's a few different ones. There's some Walking Dead shenanigans here that I don't care about, and some Arkham fucking Telltale, whatever. Like, fine.
Who cares?
I won't. It's not going to happen. But more excited are the 2 flagships, I suppose you would say. Obviously, Crackdown 3. That game's launching, and that's cool. That's coming out. This week, in fact. And on top of that, Shadow of the Tomb Raider is arriving on Game Pass, which, again, relatively new game. We're talking maybe 4 or 5 months old, and went into deep sale very, very quickly, I know. And obviously never been a fan of the script, or I'd never really thought those games were that amazing, but mechanically they were always quite good, and they tend to be pretty fun to sort of blast through. So in terms of a Game Pass game, that's kind of perfect, and I look forward to playing that, buddy. That's pretty cool.
Gibbons, buddy. Be worth a go.
I mean, we've both bombed through the other two, didn't we? The first one and the Rise of the Tomb Raider, so...
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, that's always good.
Why not, eh? Why not? Finally, in the Microsoft corner, we have the news that Microsoft is readying full Xbox Live integration for the Nintendo Switch.
Obviously.
Of course they are. So this firstly means that a lot more Microsoft games that are crossplay could be considered for the Switch, if that's going to be something that works. But also, you'll be able to sign in to games that are crossplay. Stuff like Minecraft, for example, anything that's kind of crossplay on there. You can sign into Xbox Live on your Switch. You can use its interface. Apparently, you can use its parties settings and everything, which is a damn sight better than any integration you've got on the Switch itself.
Yes.
You can earn achievements on your games, even though you're playing on Switch. So they're kind of treating it like a sort of Facebook-y social media platform where you sort of sign in with it, but with lots more integration and a whole host of features tying it to Android and iOS as well in terms of the Xbox app on there, which I've been pretty impressed with. Like the stuff that it can do is pretty cool, and so that's pretty amazing, really, that Microsoft have managed to sort of strike up a deal with Nintendo and crowbar their way onto their platform. It's kind of impressive from Spencer and the boys, buddy. What do you reckon?
Spencer and the boys. Yeah, they're all about just pushing things forward, trying to getting everyone's faces. Look at us, we're doing it on everywhere kind of thing. That's one of their big pushes of the past year, really, hasn't it been?
Yeah, and they've always been saying that it's not just a platform. It's not just Xbox is like a whole, like a software platform as much as a hardware platform. That's why you've got the integration between the console itself and Live and various other devices. So it makes sense. It's just surprising that Nintendo are cool with it. But I suppose, this is you're playing on the Switch, aren't you? It's not necessarily going to. It's not going to deter anyone from buying their software. So it's maybe a winner all round.
Gibbons. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't think we'll see Xbox Live on the PlayStation anytime soon, though, buddy. I think. They're not going to have that, really, are they? No, not going to happen.
No.
But no, anyway, cool news from Microsoft. Apart from black screening every single one of their customers for an hour or two, they've had a pretty good week other than that.
Really, is it?
No. Moving on to other things that are fucking stupid. There's been a war of words between the developer for Koch Media,
obviously,
who are a sister company of Deep Silver, and Deep Silver themselves. Koch Media and Deep Silver, Nordic Games, kind of the umbrella owners of those companies, and Foray kind of developing for them. The war of words between these companies continues. You'll maybe remember from either last week's show or the one before that the Metro games have been like ripped off of Steam, chucked onto Epic Game Store, and the new Metro game Exodus will now launch exclusively on PC on the Epic Game Store rather than on Steam, despite the fact that thousands of people had it pre-ordered on Steam,
it's crazy,
and had paid for it.
Those pre-orders are still going to be valid or whatever, isn't it? But
apparently so, but you still have to download. Yeah, it's the exclusivity deal it's ridiculous, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily Steam has a fairly robust refund policy, so a lot, it won't be a problem for everyone, but it's still not really on, frankly. And it seems that there's real discontent in the developers' camp as well. They kind of made it clear early doors that they weren't necessarily party to these decisions, and kind of pinned it on Deep Silver to a degree. And one of the members of the dev team has come out on their forums this week, telling fans to basically stop directing their ire at 4A Games, saying the decision to move Exodus off Steam to the Epic Store was made entirely by the publisher, and stop shouting at them. I mean, they've the Metro games being completely review bombed, and that's because people aren't happy, and that's fairly understandable. But 4A sort of saying, well, it's not our fault. I mean, it kind of is, because at some point many moons ago they sold their souls to the devil, but at the same time you need a publisher.
I've got a couple of views on this. I don't know how they'll go down, or even what I really think about. Like, obviously people were forced to install Steam with old Half-Life 2,
They were, yeah.
It wasn't and people kicked off about that back.
They
in the
hated
day.
it.
Exactly.
Well, it didn't work. It was terrible.
And now it's like, oh no, Steam's the best, or whatever. Anyway, that's just whatever that is. And then the other thing was, I think this week one of the Metro devs came out and said, well, if you don't buy it on PC, then we won't make any more games on PC. They'll boycott it next time.
That's what he said. He said if you don't buy it on the Epic Store, then there just won't be a PC version for the next installment. And you can bet your ass that THQ Nordic and Deep Silver, conversely, they're going to be pushing for a sequel, because I think Exodus has got a real good shot. Certainly on the consoles this time round, with the power of the X and the Pro. They can really realise their vision here. I've loved the look of this thing from the start. I played my way through both of the other games and really enjoyed it. But yeah, lots of kind of infighting and kind of a little bit public, a little embarrassing. Deep Silver kind of made a statement after this, saying the decision was entirely that of themselves and Koch Media, sort of backing up 4A, saying, but also saying the reviews of this individual didn't reflect those of 4A Games as an entity. Then THQ Nordic, who are the owners of Deep Silver, came out and said the decision was made entirely by Koch Media and had nothing to do with Deep Silver, which kind of, Deep Silver were trying to take a bullet, and then Nordic came out and basically said it's like pinned it all on their sister company. It's just really fucking weird. Like, I can understand stupid corporations kind of fighting between, each other in a sort of marketplace, but these are all the same dudes. Like, this is like a fucking conglomerate, and they're all like blaming themselves over and over. It's just weird. But basically, weird. Nordic came out and said it was Koch Media's decision because they own the intellectual property. So at some point, 4A sold the IP to Koch Media, which is a worry for fans, because it means that unlike the sort of IO situation with Square, they're never going to be free of the overbearing publishers who are making these massive decisions that affect their futures.
Yeah, exactly.
All I know, buddy, is that game is coming to PS4 and Xbox. So that's fine for us.
Yeah. I mean, at least we're all right, I guess,
Yeah, but it's a real mess and it's pretty embarrassing. So there we are. Couple of tiny bits extra for me, buddy. Groundhog Day VR game on the way. Trailer is on YouTube. I would advise you to watch that. Because, yeah, just watch that. Definitely, because it's weird. Seems to be you play as like the son of Bill Murray's character from the original Groundhog Day.
Of course you do.
Of course you do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But it's all like, it's fully licensed, this game. So it's going to be set in all of the scenes from the movie. It's got like Ned Ryerson in it, and people are doing like the voices of different characters and stuff. It looks really nice. It should be a laugh anyway. But yeah, you're going to be more interested in this VR news now, buddy.
Oh yeah. Woo-woo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And finally from me this week, EA announces a new Need for Speed and Plants vs Zombies is going to be coming out in the next 12 months or so for some reason. I'm a little surprised that a new Need for Speed is going to be coming out, especially with only a year of development time, because they made an absolute hash of the last one.
Great.
I can't imagine, because there can't have been time for anyone else to be working on it unless it's all been very, very sewn up tight.
Yeah, I don't know.
Don't know. I mean, Plants vs. Zombies, fair enough, very popular, especially with Took kids, but Need for Speed.
Possibly,
man.
But I mean, yeah, maybe. We'll see.
It's had its day.
Yeah, I would say.
So that's it for me, buddy. That's my news. I think it's probably time to hand over to you for my favourite section of the show, and I'm sure the listeners as well. And that, of course, is Ash's News Favourite Things of the Week.
If you like news but hate information, you have found the right place. Ash's News Favourite Thing of the Week.
Yeah, cheers, buddy.
Yeah.
What have I got? Apparently EA are releasing a new subscription service to another major platform. What we're thinking? Switch, PlayStation, something along them lines, maybe.
I think probably EA Access on PS4 is the most likely thing that they would have been working on, because the install base is gigantic, and I just don't really understand why Sony would have a problem with it. Frankly, just strike a deal. It's a good deal for your customers, and it's just going to be hours and hours more playtime and more consoles sold.
I know.
It's an impressive service. It's not Game Pass, but I enjoyed having it for a month or so, and I have missed it since I stopped paying for it. So, yeah.
Next, buddy, we've had the Metro one. I'll get rid of that. We've had Plants vs. Zombies. Get rid of that. We've spoken about Apex and its 2.5 million players. Titanfall game is happening this year after all. It's going to bring a new twist to the franchise. So for people that are like, no, Titanfall, oh no. Yeah, it's still coming. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, they've said it won't be Titanfall 3, so it's not going to be anything like the other games necessarily.
No,
and people speculating it might be like a mobile game or something.
Yeah,
I noticed,
which doesn't sound great, I must say.
It's very EA, though.
Yeah. CD Projekt Red to offer additional payment to the Witcher author. Sapkowski. There you go, that guy.
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah, there was all kinds of bullshittery going on earlier, or years ago or whatever, wasn't it? So, I mean, yeah, that's happening, I guess. So he's getting more money at some point, which is fine.
PJ said there was kind of precedent for it. Even if an author has like signed his rights away, if that then goes on to make like billions, then there is precedent in like European law for kind of, basically saying, look, you fucked it, but that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to get anything, kind of thing. So, I mean, I don't think Project Red were even like, they would have happily signed the deal in the first place that gave him like 50% of their takings forever. So they were never being like assholes about it, but he was a dick to them. He said like, you're going to make fuck all money, I want an upfront fee right now. And they were like, okay, take it. And then look, here we are, and the Netflix series is on the way. So
that is true.
So yeah, anyway.
Finally, buddy, I've got a weird one that literally came on as we finished the podcast last week. And that is bugger off, stupid pop-up. Bethesda Dragon becomes major hazard for Welsh motorists.
I did see this story, buddy.
Yeah. So there's a carving, I believe. Is it? Yeah, it's a carving of a dragon in the woods off the A5, I believe. It's 12 feet wide and 6 feet tall. So as you drive by, just ignore it, I guess. That's all we can say. Yeah.
Don't look at it. It's like a weeping angel, except rather than killing you with its touch, you'll be killed by the trees surrounding it as you plough into them. Yeah. Because you've been so amazed about the dragon.
The dragon
watch out
is
for that.
I can't say. How would you say?
D.
Yeah, no, W. Yeah. DDERW.
Dare?
Yeah, there you go. That one. That guy. That's him. That's the dragon.
Okay. There he is.
Recently erected in the Bethesda area. There you go.
Very nice.
Thank you. So there you go, everybody. Absolutely fuck all from me this week. An absolute shit show.
I enjoyed it. It was beautiful. Thank you so much, buddy. That was your news. Before that, of course, was my news. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the news. And now it's time for Out This Week.
Let's take a look at some games coming out this week. Probably filled with microtransactions, the crazy pay-to-win mechanics. Because fuck you all. It's fuck you all. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Buy our shit.
And that's out this week. Yes.
Sure fucking is, buddy. We've got some big guns coming out this week. What? I have to say, kicking things off with Trials Rising, which is coming to PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
I've heard of that game.
That is a new Trials game. I've seen a fair bit of it. I played the the alpha test and the beta test, both of which were NDA'd, and I don't really think you're allowed to talk about your experiences on them ever. So
okay, I can't mention the time when it loaded up and it was a black screen and I managed to complete the level when it was a black screen.
No, not at all.
So I'm not allowed to say that. Okay.
There were massive bugs in those tests because they were tests. That's the whole point of them. That's not a reflection on the game being bad. And the sort of demos and pre-release stuff they've sent out to YouTubers, for example, I've seen a few people kind of playing it on YouTube. Looks like it runs nice and smooth now. And
that's what you
very
want, buddy.
Much. Yeah, I mean, they're making all the right noises in terms of the decisions they've made from a design standpoint. They've taken the tricks away. They've taken the sort of stupid futuristic stuff away, kind of talking about it being a return to form, going back to their roots, more like a sort of fully featured Trials HD or Evolution kind of thing.
Yeah.
Which, you know, it sounds very good to us. It's just the concern with the microtransactions, the loot crates and so on looks very prominent.
That will happen.
Bit of a problem. It's a Ubisoft game after all.
Obviously.
So they didn't get clobbered like EA did with Battlefront 2, so they're still a bit more fucking boorish with their loot shit. So we'll have to see. It's certainly a game that we usually buy, Trials. So maybe
I am a big fan of Trials, buddy.
Gibbons, buddy. And perhaps the Switch would be a good platform to have Trials on, actually. Trials
Possibly.
on the go, Trials on the
Possibly.
train. Be a good one to get stuck into.
I like the idea.
Other games this week. We got a big update for Civ 6 called Gathering Storm coming to PC. That's on the 14th of February. We've got Crackdown 3 coming to Xbox One and PC on the 15th. That'll be on Game Pass straight away. If you've got Game Pass, hello. Metro Exodus, PS4, Xbox One and PC on the Epic Games Store, buddies. Far Cry New Dawn. This is the Far Cry 5 plus sort of a half. The sort of Far Cry 5's version of Far Cry Primal, post-apocalyptic, and probably a lot of fun, I'd imagine. That's out this week. And finally, we've got Jump Force coming to PS4, Xbox One and PC, and that is a fighting game, a new fighting game coming to the consoles and the PC. And all of those are out this week, buddy.
And that's out this week.
Affirmatory. And now it's time for quiz time.
Yeah, it's quiz time.
It's quiz time. I've got some quiz. You've got some quiz. Let's make lots of money. How do you want to do this, buddy? Do you want to do yours first? Or do you want me to do mine first? Or do you want me to do a couple of rounds and then you do a couple of rounds and then me do a couple of rounds? What do you reckon?
Well, firstly, we need to stop this Discord call because it's just gone fucking... Oh, no. Hello, you're back. Hello?
Hello.
Oh, fucking hell. It just crapped its pants, right.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah. I don't mind. Let's go for fucking quiz me, buddy.
Okay. I will go through my quiz and then you can do your quiz. That probably makes sense. He's happy with that.
I'm just drinking right now.
That's fine, buddy. That's fine. You're fucking with the program. That's the way it should be. It's the special Bicentennial quiz. I've got 5 rounds for you. The first round features 10 questions. The other rounds feature 5 questions. And they will test your video games knowledge. I'm going to keep score. And then you'll know what you got at the end.
I like those odds.
There you go. So that means this is out of 30.
Oh my god, okay. Shit.
Okay.
Go on then. 30. I was like 10.
Let me get my little notepad up.
10.
And I'll keep score. Okay, so round 1. Round 1, buddy. Quite simply, what year did this console come out in the UK? Are you ready?
No, but yeah, sure.
All I need's the year. I don't care about the month. You won't get bonus points for the month, predominantly because I haven't written the month down.
So go for November.
Just going to go for the year here, buddy.
Right,
so,
okay.
Question 1.
God.
In what year did the Super Nintendo Entertainment System arrive on these fair shores?
Shit.
It's tough. I've done quizzes in the past with multiple choice answers. There's none in this particular round, buddy. It's just name a year.
89?
He's going for 1989 for the SNES.
Or is it 92?
I'm gonna need you to choose one of those two answers, or give me another.
Is it 91? Fuck it, I'm going 1989. I don't care.
It was 92.
Oh, it was 92. Damn
it was 92.
What's hard?
Question 2, buddy. In what year did the original Game Boy launch in the UK?
Fuck knows. 89.
It is 89.
Oh, yes.
He's got that one. He's nailed it. Beautifully done, buddy. Question 3. In what year did the PS2 come out in the UK? He's having a think. You would, wouldn't you?
Oh, shit.
PS2. When did the PS2 launch in the UK?
I want to say 99 or 2000 something. I don't know. $2001.
He's gone 2001. It's 2000, buddy.
Oh, no. I
You
was,
were a
I was
year
trying to
out.
think, like, GTA 3 was around 2001-ish, wasn't it? And I was like, that must have been, like... ball bags. Oh.
Very, very close. Question 4. In what year did the UK see the launch of the brilliantly popular Nokia N-Gage?
Oh my god, I don't know. I must have been about 17. So, how old is that? 2002?
You going 2002?
Oh, yeah.
It's 2003, buddy.
Oh, you fucker.
It's so close. So close. What I will say is this is definitely the hardest round because obviously you've got you're just picking
It's a number.
years out of thin air. Question 5. In what year did the Xbox 360 launch in the UK?
I was 20. 2005.
Bang on. 2005 it is, buddy. Question 6. In what year did the Commodore 64 launch in the UK? Fucking tough.
78. I don't know.
You going 78?
Yeah, I got no idea.
82. Not
Yeah,
too far off.
No,
Not too
no
far
idea,
off.
mate.
Much harder with those earlier systems to even get a ballpark. Number 7, buddy. In what year did Sega launch the Sega Game Gear in the UK? This is the first colour handheld device.
Yeah, I
proper
know.
sort of 16-bit colour from Sega.
95.
He's got 1995. I can tell you, buddy, and this is a little surprising, the year is 1991 that the Game Gear came out. Yeah, 91. And in 92, they released the aerial for it to be a TV as well.
Yeah,
it
I remember
took
that.
10 AA batteries that lasted about 13 minutes. And yeah, it was a masterful device. Question 8. In what year did Sony launch the PS Vita in the UK?
I don't know. I literally don't know. Because I didn't give a shit about it when it kind of came out. That's 2012.
Bang on, 2012. He's nailed it. Good shit, buddy. Well
Thanks.
played.
I was just like, well, the PlayStation came out in 2015 or something. It must have been 3 years or something before that.
It was, PlayStation was 2013. Vita was the year before.
There you go.
There you go. Number 9. In which year did Sega launch the Saturn in the UK?
'95.
It is 95. He's got it. Man, little late spurt. From Ash here. And to round things off, buddy, and this would give you a fairly creditable 5 out of 10 if you got this one.
Right.
In what year did the original Xbox launch in the UK?
I don't know. 2001.
You go in 2001?
Yeah.
It is. It is 2001. 5 out of 10, man. Fucking fair play to you. I definitely wouldn't have done as well as that. It's good shit. Right.
Dear.
On to round 2, buddy, of the big fat Bicentennial quiz.
Nice.
We have got... I've got 5 questions for you. Quite simple. All I want you to tell me, I'm going to give you the name of a console, and I want you to tell me what was the best-selling game on that console. I think we did a very similar quiz, or maybe the same quiz with different platforms, 130 episodes ago, but I think it's always a good one. So
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a console. I just want the best-selling game. You haven't got to tell me how many it sold. That would be fucking ludicrous. But I can tell you how many it sold, because I was at least diligent in that department, buddy. So, question 1. What was the best-selling game on the Super Nintendo?
Super Mario World.
He's bang on the money there. It's Super Mario World. It sold 20 million copies worldwide. The Dreamcast. What was the best-selling game on the Dreamcast, buddy?
Sonic Adventure or whatever it was, I guess.
It is Sonic Adventure,
Yeah.
buddy. 2.4 million copies, almost as much as Super Mario World, but not quite. Question 3, what was the best-selling game on the PlayStation 2?
Grand Theft Auto 3?
You going Grand Theft Auto 3?
I don't know now. I don't know. I'm trying to think of fucking PlayStation 2 games. Maybe San Andreas. Yeah, San Andreas.
You going San Andreas?
Yeah, that was PlayStation 2, I think, wasn't it?
It was the best-selling game on the PlayStation 2, buddy. 17 million units shipped worldwide. What was the most popular game on the original Game Boy?
Tetris.
35 million copies sold.
I believe it's also the highest selling game of all time.
I believe so, buddy. And finally, question 5. What was the best-selling game on the PlayStation 3?
No one cares about that. Modern Warfare 2. I don't know.
It's a solid shout. The answer is GTA 4.
Oh, fuck, yeah, of course it is.
25
think about
million
it, yeah.
sold.
Yeah, of course it was GTA 4. Dumbass.
4 out of 5, though, buddy. Good
I should have
shit.
got that last one, though. That was stupid.
It's good stuff. Let's move on. Let's move on to round 3. This round's simply called, buddy, Food Mate.
Food, mate. Okay, go on then.
It's called Food Mate.
Mate, yeah.
Here are some questions. The answers are food and drink related. So, number 1, what is Sonic the Hedgehog's favourite food?
Chili dogs.
It is chili dogs. He's got that one in the bag. And here's another gibbon for you, buddy. What does Madeline like to eat in Celeste?
Oh, fuck. I don't know. Strawberries?
It is strawberries.
I had to think about that.
You had to have a little think. Question 3. What would you drink in the wasteland?
What would I drink in the wasteland? What, like Fallout? Nuka-Cola? I don't know.
The answer is Nuka-Cola, buddy.
Get in.
Damn right. Question 4. What weird thing do you have the opportunity to eat when you're playing as BJ Blazkowicz in Wolfenstein? This has been featured in several Wolfenstein games, prominently in the New Order. What weird thing does BJ Blazkowicz
I don't know
eat?
this, because I don't think I've ever got that far in the games. I don't know. Brains? A heart? No idea.
The answer is dog food.
Obviously. Didn't know that one. My bad.
Every area in that game, that somewhere there's a dog bowl with dog food in it, and you can eat that to gain health. Yeah.
Obviously. Nice. Fair dues.
And finally, buddy, question 5 in the food mate round. What did Cool Spot drink?
7-Up?
He did drink 7-Up because he was the 7-Up logo.
He was the 7-Up logo. Got you.
There you go.
Nice.
Well done, buddy. You're flying along. Good shit. Round 4. This is pretty tricky, but multiple choice. So
I need more booze.
He needs to pound away and get those brain cells working.
Yeah, come on then. Hit me.
Round 4, buddy. This is obscure games made by famous developers.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you an obscure game.
Fuck.
Then I'm going to give you the choice of 3 different developers or development teams.
Choice. Okay, I like it.
And then you're going to tell me who made that game. So,
hit me.
Number 1. The game is called Penguin Adventure.
Right.
Who made Penguin Adventure? Is it A, Shuhei Yoshida? Is it B, Hideo Kojima? Or is it C, Gabe Newell?
Fuck no, it's B.
You think Hideo Kojima made Penguin Adventure?
I've heard he's a massive fan of penguins.
He certainly is, buddy, and that is the correct answer.
Of course he is. Right.
Question 2. Which developer or team made Jazz Jackrabbit? Is it A, Luke Smith? Is it B, BioWare? Or is it C, Cliff Bleszinski?
I'm going to go for A, Luke Smith.
You think it's Luke Smith, now famously at Bungie?
Yeah.
The answer's Cliffy B, buddy. Cliffy B made Jazz Jackrabbit. Unlucky. Question 3. Who made Popeye? Is it A, Shigeru Miyamoto? Is it B, Sid Meier? Or is it C, Valve Software?
I'm going for Sid Meier.
He's going Sid Meier for Popeye.
Yeah.
The answer is Shigeru Miyamoto, buddy.
Of course it is.
Of Mario fame, many years before that. He made Popeye.
He made Popeye.
Here's one I think you're probably going to get. Question 4. The game is Midnight Club, and the developer is A, Ubisoft, B, Rockstar, or C, Bungie.
It's B, isn't it, I think?
You're going B, Rockstar.
Yes.
And you would be right, buddy. It is Rockstar.
Get in.
Question 5. who made everyone's favourite game, How to Weigh an Elephant?
Right.
Is it A, John Romero? Is it B, Peter Molyneux? Or is it C, Yu Suzuki?
I'm going to go for B. It sounds like a wanky thing that he'd do.
He's gone for B, Peter Molyneux. I can tell you, buddy, it is everyone's favourite Doom creator, John Romero, who created a game called How to Weigh an Elephant.
Cool.
It's a tricky round. You did pretty well, buddy.
Thanks.
And that's going to bring us along to the final round of my quiz, buddy. Round 5.
Round 5. Here we go.
5 questions to rule them all. This is the weirdest video game cameos.
Thanks.
Question 1.
Okay.
Which famous superhero appeared in Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2?
Spider-Man.
It is Spider-Man. Fair play, buddy. Question 2. Which world-famous pop star, now dead, appeared in Sega's Space Channel 5?
I don't know. Michael Jackson.
It is Michael Jackson.
Wait.
What the fuck?
You say dead, whatever it was, pop singer.
Yeah.
I think Michael
that's where
Jackson.
you went.
Yes,
probably the most famous, world-famous pop star now dead. But still a punt that he'd be in Sega's Space Channel 5.
Yeah, obviously.
Well played, buddy. Question 3.
Yeah.
Which pint-sized actor appeared as himself in Postal 2 and you could literally piss on him?
I can only think of one small man, but I can't remember his name. Oh no, I can think of 2 small men now. But it's not that one. Is it, oh god, what's his name? He was Willow.
Warwick Davis?
Yeah, was it him?
It wasn't Warwick Davis, buddy. It was Gary Coleman in Postal 2 for some reason.
There you go.
There you go. Question 4. Which metal star appeared in the game tie-in Fight Club?
I don't remember Fight Club ever being a game.
It wasn't a good game, but it was a game.
So
which metal star?
Which metal? As in like metal fucking
as in
band?
Music.
Okay. Ozzy Osbourne.
I'm afraid the answer was Fred Durst, buddy. Fred Durst appeared as himself.
That would have made sense, yeah.
In Fight Club of the game.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
And the final question of my quiz, buddy. Which former president appeared in the original NBA Jam alongside his wife?
Bill Clinton?
It was Bill Clinton. Bill and Hillary in NBA Jam.
Yeah, mate. I had that on the SNES. It was ace.
There you go. And that gives you a final score, buddy, of 19 out of 30, which I think is pretty decent.
I feel that's not bad.
You only dropped 11 points. That's pretty solid. It's a solid effort. What did you think of my stupid
I
fucking
thought that was
quiz?
ace, buddy. Like, some of them questions were fucking absolutely retarded. I loved it. You know how I think about that.
Oh, you got some absolute worldies in there. And if you're playing along at home, buddies, then do send over your score. Discord's probably your best place for that. Let us know how you got on. But
Gibbons.
There you go, buddy. There's me quiz. There you are.
Thanks, buddy. Well, for you, but I have a incredibly, really shitty thing that I did in 10 minutes, and that's guess the theme tune. And I reckon you'll probably get 7 out of 7. Maybe.
Oh, I hope so.
You know, I'll think less of you if you don't.
Okay, duly noted.
So, buddy, when you're ready, if you've got them lined up in the playlist, just go for number 1, if you will.
Okay, here we go. That'd be Tetris, buddy.
That would be Tetris, world famous Tetris. It's a nice simple one to start off with.
Best-selling game on the Game Boy.
Yeah, it is.
As you well know.
As we know. I do know that. I knew that prior. Yes.
You proved it. You proved it by getting that one right.
You can't take that away from me, right, buddy? No. When you're ready, number 2.
Number 2. That'd be Sonic the Hedgehog, buddy, on the Mega Drive version.
Nice, buddy. Well played, nice and easy. Oh, when you're ready, number 3.
Number 3. Monk singing. It's Halo, buddy.
And that reminded me of the fucking Sung by Monks episode we did. Yeah. And I think probably my favourite one of all time, because I married it up like your whatever it was that you did to the song. I'll have to try and dig that out and put it on this one somewhere. Yeah.
That was fucking funny.
That was good.
That was a good
so
show.
Yeah, what's the game, buddy?
It's Halo.
Is that what you said? Halo, yeah? Nice.
Yep.
Well played. Right. Number 4.
Number 4. This fucking thing. I know, right? This fucking thing.
I mean, if you want to cut it off now, I'm fine.
Yeah, it's died of fire. It's Crash Bandicoot, buddy.
Crash Bandicoot.
Good music.
Bad game.
Naughty Dog game there.
Yeah. There you go. They made that.
Slightly too famous to be in my obscure games from big developers, but
yeah.
Still weird. Still up there with Rockstar Table Tennis, which again wouldn't really work because it's got Rockstar in the title.
Rockstar in it, yeah. Great game, though. Great game.
Gibbons.
Right. Number 5, buddy, when you're ready.
Number 5. I've got an absolute mental block there. I'm going to go God of War.
It's God of War.
It is God of War. I just had a moment of panic there for some reason.
Nicely done, buddy. God of War it was. Big old... I'm a big
boy.
Man. Yeah, boy, exactly. All right, number 6, buddy, when you're ready.
Number 6.
Probably one of my favourite tunes of all time.
Is that a bit of Street Fighter 2 there, buddy?
That's a bit of Street Fighter 2 there, buddy. Nicely done, nicely done. And finally, I put this one because it's just a great soundtrack. So yeah, number 7, buddy, when you're ready.
Number 7. A bit of Persona 5, buddy.
It was a bit of Persona 5, buddy, and that's 7 out of 7. Well done. Obviously,
it's a fucking tune.
Nice and simple, straightforward stuff there, but, you know, some classic bangers from the eras.
Gibbons, buddy. Beautiful stuff. Enjoyed it.
So there you go. There's the quiz, or the musical quiz theme round done. This morning, I had a message on Messenger from a friend of the podcast, Chris. Said, hey buddy, if it's not too late, I think the 200th episode could really do with a quick game of Pokemon or Nokemon.
The mighty Pokemon or Nokemon, the quiz, of course.
I fucking love the names you came up with.
I do believe there was a possible Pokemon, no spoilers here, called Batty Chap.
Yeah, it's a Batty Chap. Yeah, don't worry. It's all good. As an added bonus, I can play along, as I have fuck all interested in Pokemon. Have a good one tonight. Keep up the good work, he said. So, obviously,
buddy.
I had to fucking rack my brains today trying to come up with some
task.
fucking stupid Pokemon names. So let me just find my Pokemon or Nokemon document, obviously, of TM.
Document. Documon.
Yeah, Documon.
Yep.
So I've got, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think I've got like 10 there. 5 real, 5 fake, buddy.
Okay.
So, are you ready for Pokemon or Nokemon?
I am ready, and worth noting, I believe it may have been mentioned during the very first ever instance of Pokemon or Nokemon that I also know fuck all about Pokemon. I know probably the most famous 10 Pokemon, and then all bets are off. So yeah, take it away, buddy.
Okay, buddy. So, Pokemon or Nokemon? Number 1, Ducklet.
Nokemon.
It's a Pokemon, buddy.
Shit.
Fucked it.
I thought there can't be a Ducklet as well as a Psyduck, but
Yeah, mate. Ducklet. That's one.
Ducklet. There you go.
Okay. Number 2.
Shit.
Slacking.
Slacking.
Slaking.
Nokemon.
He's got Nokemon. It's a Pokemon, buddy.
For fuck's sake. Oh, God. Okay.
Number 3, Hippodrill.
I mean, it sounds like a Pokemon.
It's a hippo and a drill.
It's a hippo and a drill. But is it? Oh,
You don't know. Did I just put a hippo and a drill together and create Hippodrill? Or is it real?
it's Nokemon.
It is a Nokemon, buddy.
Yes.
I made up Hippodrill because
Yes.
that sounds retarded.
I found this last time with most of your Nokemons that they sounded more like Pokemons than Pokemons.
Actual
to me.
Pokemon, yeah. Okay. Next one. Hawkwood.
Hawkwood. It's a brand of camera batteries. I can tell you that. Nokemon.
He's got Nokemon. He's got it right. I mean, if you go for Nokemon for all of them, you're going to get 5 right.
I'm going to get 5. It's not in the spirit of the thing, buddy. I won't do that. But
yeah, Hawkwood is made up, buddy. He is not real. Let's go for Abomasnow.
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 Pokemon.
It's gone Pokemon. It is a Pokemon. Well played.
Yeah, it's too shit for you to make up that one. So it must be.
Too shit, I tell you though. Right, next one. Panthug.
Would they have Thug? I don't think they'd have Thug. I'm going Nokemon.
It's a Nokemon.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
on a
a
roll
panther
now.
that likes to hug. You know,
Yeah.
it's this special move. Right. Where should we go next? Let's go for Slurpuff.
Pokemon.
It is a Pokemon. Well played, sir. What's that, 5 now?
That's
I've lost
5.
count. Nicely
Yeah, that's
done.
5.
Right, I can't count anymore because I've only got one hand. Right, what's
I got
next?
this. I got the counting.
What have we done? What haven't we done yet? Beaverina.
No.
He's going straight up no, come on. It's a beaver that's also a ballerina, no?
No.
Beaverina?
No, come on.
Not having it. That's 6 for you then, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, next one. Octonub.
No.
He's gone for no, come on.
It
He's
can't
correct.
be. Yeah.
That's 7.
7.
Right. Last one. Sharpedo.
No.
Are you sure? Sharpedo.
I'm not sure, but I'm going no, come on.
It's a Pokemon.
Fuck's sake. That sounds just like one you'd make up. Oh,
That's why I
man.
picked it, buddy. Sharpedo.
I got 7 out of however
You
many
got 7
there
out of 10, mate. You're fucking well up on your Pokemon. You know your Pokemon or no Pokemon, buddy. There you go.
Well,
Any
thank you very
favourites
much.
there for you? Panthug, Hippodrill?
I liked Panthug, to be honest, because although
Sharpedo?
perhaps you were thinking Panther and Hug, it just sounded like some sort of thug. And yeah, I liked Panthug. That's right
There you
there
go,
with Batty
buddy.
Chap.
So, you're going to have to wait another 100 episodes for Pokemon or no Pokemon now, buddy. So, there you go. That was Pokemon or no Pokemon.
Thanks so much, buddy. Beautiful
You're welcome.
thing.
Yep.
Well, that concludes quiz time on episode 200. I hope everyone enjoyed that. And as I said, buddies, let us know how you got on at home. And now it's time for the game of games.
The game of games. Yeah.
It's the fucking game
What's
of
this?
games, buddy. I made a list, and that list had every game on it from all of our Game of the Year shows. We've been going since 2015, so we had four Game of the Year shows, top 10 lists in 3 of them, and top 5 lists in the most recent one. And we've whittled that list down, and it was an incredibly hard task to come up with a top 10.
At least 5 minutes.
We were unable to whittle it down to a top 10. We did manage to get it down to a top 11. So what we have, in order, is our top 11 list of games
Obviously.
of all time brackets that we've been doing the podcast. And it's kind of like the Premier League in that sense, buddies, in that football didn't really exist before the Premier League.
It's
And
true,
video
it didn't.
games didn't really exist before the JfG podcast. So this is your conclusive list of the greatest titles, certainly of this gen. Yeah, from all of our Game of the Year shows. So, yeah, here we go, buddy. Are you ready?
Yes.
He is. That's good news. Yeah. Number 11 on our top 11, we have The Witness.
So, Jonathan Blow.
It's Johnny Blow with his fucking annoying puzzles on an island that we both got completely fucking obsessed with.
I was drawing it at work and people were like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm like, I'm doing a puzzle.
Thought you
Don't
were
talk to
Rain
me.
Man. Yeah, it was. It got to that stage for the both of us. It became something of an obsession to finish that thing off and discover the island's secrets. And one of the most original games that I've played, maybe ever, but certainly for years. Which seemed unlikely when you first fired it up and discovered that it was essentially just panels with little puzzles on them, and then you wandered between the panels. But It was much more than that. It was something really special. I know you had this very high in your Game of the Year list. I think 2016. It was right up there for you, wasn't it, in terms of like your Game of the Year?
Brilliant. The art style, the puzzles, the more puzzles. It had it all.
Yeah, kind of made me want to fire that up again, to be honest, thinking about it today. But yeah, it's number 11, The Witness. Number 10, Project Cars 2. Now, we've had a horde of excellent racing games. Racing games have always been a staple diet for us since the podcast started. And certainly, I think it kind of coincided with us getting our steering wheels, and that kind of made a big difference to how we felt about certainly more simmy racing games. So there was always going to be a racing game on this list, and as brilliant as the F1 games have kind of been throughout the years, and certainly this year's one, absolutely brilliant.
Smashed it really this year.
Fucking fantastic. But there's nothing quite like the feeling that you get playing Project Cars 2 on a steering wheel. It's so diverse, like the options from cars.
The old wooden ships in that game are just incredible.
Absolutely incredible. All the different car classes, the options to do like whatever you want, brilliant selection of tracks and vehicles. And yeah, just nothing like it in terms of the feedback and the feeling that you get. Certainly from a console perspective, it really is the best you can get in your living room. Without sort of shelling out for a big old fucking gaming rig and some sort of like crazy like hydraulic machinery. So had to be in there.
Gibbons.
Number 9, Rocket League. Rocket League made both of our top 5s in the very first Game of the Year show after we absolutely raped it on the early episodes of the podcast, because it just seemed A, stupid, and B, to be killing our consoles.
Yeah, that fan went absolutely insane when I loaded it up.
I mean, my PlayStation sounds like that all the time now, but it was galling at the time because the console was new. But yeah, Rocket League. I mean, there's not much else you can say, really. It's an absolute fucking tour de force, and it's blown up to become one of the biggest games of all time. So had to be in there, really.
Gibbons.
Number 8, Doom. We've got Doom on our list. We were both blown away by this game, especially considering the fact that we essentially expected nothing from it. Didn't think it was going to be anything particularly special at all, and it came out and it was fucking brilliant. There's a good chance now you've picked up your headset that will invest in the VR version of the game.
Yeah, buddy. As well.
I still haven't played that, and it looks like a proper giggle. But yeah, Doom, absolute brilliant game. I know friend of the podcast, JJ, certainly be very high on his list if he were to make one as well. In fact, everyone kind of got stuck in on that thing. It was just
the adrenaline on that game. It was just insane. The fast pacedness, just running around smashing demons. It wasn't like we got used to first person shooters, how they are these days with like your regenning of your health and ducking behind cover and stuff like that. No, mate, you can't do that in this game. You can't just sit still. You got to run round, kill dudes, punch them in the face, rip their balls off, and then pick up whatever they drop. It was insane.
Absolutely. It forced you into a playing style that maybe was out of your comfort zone, as you say, but it's definitely. Like some of the best games are those games like, and I'd compare it to something like Celeste, something like Trials, something like Tony Hawk's, in that you're almost putting like a flow together, like lines together. Yeah. And for a shooter, that's kind of rare. I need to play some more of that Sunset Overdrive. It's kind of got a similar thing going on, but nice. Yeah, for a shooter, it's very rare to be able to do that sort of kind of weird, higher thinking, autopilot-esque kind of gameplay. And just such a rush. Brilliant stuff. Fucking great game. Number 7, Red Dead Redemption 2, buddy, which a recent addition, obviously, was on this year's lists. And I think blew us both away from a storytelling perspective, graphically. Just absolutely brilliant storytelling from Rockstar, and despite my qualms with the way that the mechanics work, the way that thing's put together, it's one of the most engaging, like, filmic stories I think I've ever played through in any video game. Yeah,
man, sorry, I was just thinking about it, and The initial excitement about that game, was phenomenal, and like you said, everything in there was great. I just feel like it kind of just dropped off my radar as quickly as it came on, and the not lack of online, but the online hasn't grabbed us like GTA did and stuff like that. So I think that's why it's so low down in 7th, really, for me.
Yeah, I'd agree. I mean, I try and treat that thing like the single player and the multiplayer are kind of separate things. You can't really.
Yeah, true. No, you can't really judge the same things, but yeah, it had issues, but yeah, it was still like. I mean, I had so many good experiences in that game. It was incredible. The skybox alone. Put it in the top 10.
Yeah, it deserves an award for that. And I think also kind of a victim of circumstance in that, two of our sort of staple multiplayer gamers that we play with, friend of the podcast, Funk, going away as the game launched.
Yeah,
friend of the podcast, PJ, kind of in between moving house. Yeah. Like if those guys had been on for the last sort of 10 or 12 game nights, I suspect we may well have...
we probably got more stuck into it, Just
and so probably more to come from that game, but absolute brilliant story and just so much fun to sort of play through. The sort of game that you go to sleep and you're still thinking about it. You're at work the next day and you're still thinking about Arthur Morgan and his fucking clan. So
what pelt do I need to get next?
Where am I going to get this legendary trout?
Get that
pretty special
beaver, mate. That's what you
Oh yeah, beautiful, lovely. Number 6 on the Game of Games, Uncharted 4, buddy. And try as we might, we could not remove this from the list because, as you quite rightly mentioned, this is the only game in the history of the podcast that had its own special episode specifically dedicated to it.
Yeah, it had to be up there, man. Like, for me, this game was incredible. The storytelling, the acting, it was just incredible. I was just like, wow, the way they've captured the characters in like certain cutscenes and stuff like that. Like, I mean, it's Naughty Dog. They're so good at doing that, but it just blew everything out of the water for me, this game. And then obviously it added like that sense of miniature open worldiness as well. And I was just like, fuck me, this game's got everything I want from a single player story. In a nutshell, I mean, obviously, issues with the combat and stuff, but that really doesn't bring it down in my eyes.
No, they weren't big enough issues, were they?
No,
and also
exactly.
It was vastly improved. Like they are getting there gradually.
Because of the stealth improvements and stuff like that. It was awesome. It's a really, really good game.
It's fucking fantastic, and it helps as well that it's got such lovable characters. Characters like Chloe and Sully. It really brings it home, and just the pacing of it as well. The way that the chapters, the way that you sort of started off, like you're kind of washed up and you weren't going on adventures anymore, all the way down to the very end with the sort of epilogue. Fantastic, absolutely brilliant game. One of the best of the generation by far. So that's our number 6. Number 5, and basically you could say everything that we just said about this game as well. Number 5 is Horizon Zero Dawn, which is an absolute masterpiece. It just genuinely is a masterpiece of a game, with and crucially a fucking new IP as well. And there's not a great deal
of
of
people that made Killzone.
Exactly. Like, there's not many games on this list. Certainly story games that were a brand new franchise. Came from a standing start. But that's what you've got with Horizon. It's just a masterpiece in game design. A pleasure to be in that game. It made you want to hunt down every collectible, even if you weren't the sort of person who normally does that. Graphically, still probably the best looking game on the system. You fire that up 4K on a Pro, I'm not sure much touches it, frankly, even on PC. It's because of the color palette and the detail and the design of the enemies, the design of Aloy. It's glorious looking, that game. I actually was playing a little bit of that earlier in the week because I hadn't fired it up on my new television, and I wanted to see how it looked, even just on my base PS4. It's just a masterpiece. Absolutely wonderful. And if you own a PS4 and haven't played through Horizon Zero Dawn, there's possibly something wrong there, and maybe you need to take a look at yourself.
Definitely.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely. The game was just feature rich, I would say. It had a lot going for it. The side missions were cool. The hunting expeditions or whatever they were, the challenges and things. It was just it was an interesting world to be in, because I hadn't really experienced anything like that world. I mean, robot fucking dinosaurs, buddy. It says it all.
Gibbons. Full blown. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful game. Number 4. Obviously, these are all wonderful games. They've made our list of lists, so they're always going to be pretty good. And it was very, very difficult to pick a top 5. Certainly the order. Number 4, The Witcher 3, which I suppose in terms of games outside of sports games is the game I've spent the most time in during this console cycle. I think I played over 200 hours of The Witcher 3.
That's crazy.
I was at obsessive levels with it, and it's because, again, it was such a breath of fresh air, because we had kind of been bombarded with these, and this is probably pretty harsh on the developer, but I'm gonna say Ubisoft style open world games where there's a fucking load of things to go and pick up, but why would you? And The Witcher 3 was not like that. The whole world was just really beautifully cultivated. Every little bit of it was well thought out, and a lot of it was probably to do with the fact that they had a massive amount of lore to build on in the first place. This was a story created by someone else, which they were able to garner all the best bits from. And that was probably the reason why the world made sense, why it felt so real, because it was based on brilliant source material. But they still had to absolutely nail the tone of it, the style of it, and then make a mechanically sound video game in the process. And CD Projekt Red absolutely fucking hammered all of those home.
Yeah.
It's no surprise that Cyberpunk is one of our most hotly anticipated games, because The Witcher 3 is just an absolute masterpiece.
Gibbons, buddy.
It's, yeah.
I feel like if I'd played more of this, it would be higher up.
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of give and take there in that, some games maybe you haven't played as much as me and I haven't played as much as you and so on. So we had to kind of compromise to a degree. But I'm just glad that all these games are on the list. That's the important thing, really. Number 3 on the list, which I've bafflingly labelled number 2, along with the next one. Let me correct that. There you go. Hitman. Number 3 is Hitman. Speaks for itself, really. Just a wonderful game. An awesome incredibly fun game. And certainly one of the games that we both put the most time into, isn't it?
I just loved, you go through the campaign, and that's all well and fun. You've done all your hits, and then you just go back round again and do it differently. Even though there was only, 5 or 6 maps or something to that, there was so much content on those maps. It was just insane. Going through them, checking off all the boxes, doing the different takedowns and stuff like that, and then even the escalation missions and things like that, and what were the
elusive targets?
Yeah, elusive targets.
Yeah, yeah.
That game was just, I don't know, at the time, kind of just, it was something different for me. Like you said about, what was it, The Witcher, in a time where it's this, that, and the other, and then you play a game like this, and you're just like, wow, this is completely different. That's exactly what I just said earlier, but it is.
No, it's true. It's a unique experience.
Yeah, exactly. And the movement and everything had issues, but when you got it right and you could string certain things together, and you'd start learning the maps, like how to get different outfits, and that's like with Hitman 2. Like all I've been doing is spending way too much time like scoping out the area, because I know that in the long run that's the best thing for me to do. So I go in there, search about, find all these bits and bobs. I'm like, okay, that's where that is, and then you can use that to your advantage in the end game, as you could say.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just it's just a different way of playing games, because they've put those rules in that you can kind of live by. You know kind of where you stand and then what you're capable of. And I think I haven't played enough of Hitman 2 to make a complete judgment on it yet, but from the off it looks to me like the levels in the first game are far superior to those in Hitman 2. It's just a special game, really special game. Came along at the right time for us, and both played the balls off it, basically.
Yeah, man.
So that's our number 3, which leaves us with 2 games to go. And number 2 is Celeste.
There it is.
I can't talk about it more. It would be ridiculous. All I can say, and I said this to you before the show when we were really deliberating, this has to be one of the games of the generation for me, mainly because it's been a very long time since I've felt this way about a game, and I kind of liken it to when you're a kid. When you're a kid, before the world fucking shits all over you, and you fucking love video games. The way you are when you're 9 and you're driving home, in the back of the car, you take the manual out, you're reading through the fucking controls because you're so excited to play your new game. There was like just a love there for video games for me when I was little that you inevitably lose as you get older. And this kind of recaptured it for me. And it's why I've played so many hours of a game that is essentially a 2D side-scrolling platformer, but it's so much more than that. And I love this game, and it was always going to be really high, even though it seems strange to say it now, but even though I only started playing it mid-December, it's
and the thing is, like, you've gone on about it. I've been listening to it, and then I ended up playing it, and everything that you said was true, and that's why I'm like, I think this should be like right up there, and because of your passion for this game, I think that's why it should be second on our list. It is an incredible game, for something so small to have such an impact. It just speaks words. Is that the saying? I don't know.
Yeah, it speaks volumes. It's just
volumes. That's it.
It's a wonderful, wonderful game, and I love it. So it's number 2 on our list.
Gibbons.
Meaning number 1. Before we announce number 1, worth noting, there's no football games on this list. And I think that's mainly because no matter how good a football game is, it's still just a football game. And
still a football game, but I don't know. I can. It's tough with like yearly franchises to get on these lists, I think.
To make the impact that a standalone title makes.
I mean, you look at the games that we've got on there, none of them are yearly franchises. They're like either, a good few years apart, like, or whatever. And the fact to say, that this year's version of this is just fucking amazing. I mean, obviously it is compared to the others, but then when you put it in hindsight against like games that have been in development for whatever and how long, and it's just tough, I would say, for them to compare.
Yeah, because the improvements are so incremental, and they're so noticeably incremental.
If there was like a PES back in like 2010, and then there was like the next one came out in 2015, you'd be like, "Fuck me, this PES is fucking amazing."
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of course it would be. Like, it'd be fucking mental if it wasn't. But it's hard because they are yearly increments. The difference would be probably if they went into the games as a service thing, where every year you got an update, or every so often you got an update, and then the next full game came out 3-4 years later, then that would be the big impact. It's like when there's a new engine, like a game engine for a football game, you're like, fuck yeah,
that's the moment. You know? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. When PES 6 launched on the 360, exactly. When we got FIFA 12 on the PS4, these are the big steps. But it's the same with the F1 games. You know, like as I said, this year's F1 is absolutely out of this world. But if there'd only been 2 F1 games in the last 5 years, then maybe it would have made this list. But it's very hard for them to make the same impact. Conversely, another game. Well, let's reveal our number one. You may have guessed it already. Our number one in the game of games, buddies, is God of War. And I think we were both briefly surprised when we realised that that's what we'd decided. But the longer it's been sitting there, the more happy I am with it.
I completely agree. Like I was like, yeah. Okay, I can see it now. I can see why that is our top choice because, you know, it's not that once again it came out of fucking nowhere because, you know, there's been God of War games in the past, but they've been fucking terrible. And
certainly not for us anyway.
Well, exactly. Therefore, they're fucking terrible. But yeah, for this game to come out and just have the impact that it did, for me personally, it was just holy shit. Like once again, it kind of had the same feeling as Horizon, as in like, oh, these are the guys that made Killzone, but obviously God of War is like, so these are the guys that made God of War.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
That kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's fucking. Even though it's like the same character or whatever, but the gameplay, the setting, the lore behind it, and everything is just. It's fucking amazing. And then added onto that, you know, you've got the cast behind it to drive that story through.
Every bit of acting in this game is brilliant. Every character. There's no duds. There's no nothing's phoned in. And that has a massive impact. My favourite thing about God of War is that it isn't an open world game. That's what I like the most. Like, it's a semi-open world in that there's areas you can go to and a central hub in the middle. But these days I'm all about focused experiences and worlds that are carefully crafted. And the more I play games, the more I find open world games are left wanting in that department. They can't curate the experience for me the way that I want them to. And for that reason, God of War was a breath of fresh air. It's just... And then the combat's fucking brilliant as well.
Yeah, the combat evolves, and you learn as you go along, and it's a nice gradual, you know, improvement, I would say, personally, and within the game, to get around like the new techniques and what it brings to you. Just fighting enemies, it's fucking cool. And then you got big fuck off like gods that you have to beat up. That's mental. Like everyone loves fucking being like, you know, the classic David and Goliath thing where you're like this little peon. Obviously fucking Kratos isn't a fucking peon, he's quite a big dude, like he could fuck you up, but then he's fighting fucking massive dragons and shit. Like that's cool.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Fucking just the way that he can kind of switch from this sort of sensitive soul to absolutely decimating mythical creatures is a pretty special thing.
And then it's got like semi-basic like RPG elements where you can like, you know, craft stuff and like do your stats and stuff. I'm a big fan of the numbers, don't you know?
Damn right.
And then also you're on about like it being a linear story, but just like as in with Uncharted 4 kind of did, it is linear, but you can kind of take your own path on that linear ridge or whatever, you know. It's not like here's a corridor, it's like here's like 3 or 4 corridors and they kind of all meet at the same area, which is I think having even that little bit of option, it just makes the game feel more like I can do what I want to do in this situation, which is cool.
Yeah, you can play it the way you want, and I mean the way that the combat works, as you say, it evolves all the time, but you really can pick your own style and stick to it.
Yeah.
There's lots of different options there. and it's a hack and slasher that we both really liked. And that's
game.
Never happened before either. I don't think.
It's a very, very good game. Just looking over it, like out of the top 7, 6 of them are third-person games.
It's weird, that, isn't it?
Mm.
And lots of story stuff as we've got older. It's
yeah, I mean,
there's no like multiplayer shooters on there, and no Destiny on there, buddy.
I know. I mean, I think I would put it in my top 10, obviously. But I just feel like all of these games have something that they've proven to me that they deserve to be in there. Whereas, you know, with Destiny, it's just, I play it because I fucking love playing that game. I don't, not that it's fucking amazing at whatever it does. It's just, it feels good. It's a feel-good game, you know. It's that kind of comfort zone. It's like I just enjoy playing it, and it's like you with like PES or FIFA or whatever. When you sit down, it's your relaxing game. You can get into it and just get going. And when you want to, you can fucking bust a nut and take it super serious, like, or you can just chill out and just play a couple of games, kind of thing. And that's why I don't think, like, you know, like you were saying with PES, like. It hasn't got like the gravitas as these games, you know. It hasn't made that kind of effect on me, or, you know, whatever. It's it is.
And I think as well, if they absolutely whacked it out the park with the first game with Destiny, then it may well have snuck in here. But the fact that Destiny, the original Destiny, never really was what you were after, and then Destiny 2, they made improvements, but it wasn't a massive difference. So it almost suffers from that franchise problem that we were talking about with the football games and the racing games.
Yeah,
to a degree.
Exactly.
They've never really quite nailed it across either of the two titles. They've tweaked it and changed it all the time, and you know, sometimes they'll do something you love, and then sometimes they'll fucking take that away again.
Yeah.
So it's difficult to rate it as a standalone piece of entertainment, really.
Totally.
You know. So yeah, it's the most glaring omission. Certainly, it would be PES for me and Destiny for you.
Yeah, definitely.
But as you said, that all of these games, I think all of these games, in their own special way, are better than those games are. So there you have it, buddy. There's our big long list, the game of games. I'll run down it very quickly before we move on. Number 11, The Witness. Number 10, Project Cars 2. Number 9, Rocket League. Number 8, Doom. Number 7, Red Dead Redemption 2. Number 6, Uncharted 4. Number 5, Horizon Zero Dawn. Number 4, The Witcher 3. Number 3, Hitman. Number 2, Celeste. And number 1, God of War.
It's a good list.
It certainly is, buddy.
Every week we end the show with questions and comments sent in by you. If you've got anything for us, just pop an email to the jfgpodcast@gmail.com or contact us on Facebook, Twitter, or at justforgamers.co.uk.
And now it's time for JfG Street Beat.
You got a question we want to know. Beat. Facebook, Twitter, we're on them all. So hit us up and be on the show. Beat. The JfG Street Beat.
Street Beat.
We want to know.
Get on the show.
And obviously Cosmic Dad's already been on the show, and thanks once again for your glorious donation, buddy. It's going to keep us going for some time. Elsewhere, we've had a bit of a chat with a couple of our most loyal ever listeners, and that would be friend of the podcast PJ and friend of the podcast Funk. And here they are. PJ says, "Woo! 200th episode, buddies. Congrats. That is quite the milestone. Have your tastes in podcasts changed since you started?" That's an interesting question. I'm not really listening to many at the moment because my journey to work is only about 20 minutes each way. So it doesn't really feel like it's worth like Bluetoothing in and firing it up. By the time you get into it, you're there. The only other time I listen to podcasts is when I'm falling asleep. So I tend to listen to the first 10 minutes of a podcast each night. And then have another crack at that the following night. But yeah, in terms of tastes, I'm not listening to gaming shows very much anymore, buddy. I don't know about you.
That's all I listen to in the car now. Like
Just get gaming shows or in general.
Gaming podcasts. I listen to Fire Team Chat, which is my weekly fucking Destiny podcast, which is like an hour long. So that's like a trip to and back from work. Still going on with the Giant Bombcast, like when I can here and there. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much lasts me a week because it's like 3 hours long.
Absolutely.
But yeah, podcast wise, it's still the same stuff. If I fancy a bit more Destiny, I'll chuck on some of the other ones I listen to, or if I just want general gaming, I've still got Game Informer. I've sacked off a few, like video game podcasts that went to shit. Just fucking gaming podcasts. And then obviously the JfG podcast when I run out of stuff to listen to.
I do put ours on sometimes because it's just quite nice to hear your voice, buddy. We don't get the chance to play quite as much as we used to.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's
you're always
quite
playing
nice.
fucking Celeste.
Yeah, I know. I can't get enough, mate. I can't help it.
I'm gonna have to fucking drag you away to play some of this Apex Legends, buddy. Seriously.
I'll give it a burn.
You will.
I'll give it a burn.
It's good. It's really good.
In terms of the podcasts that I am listening to, I just wanted to get my app up so I didn't forget anything. But I listen to Atletico Mints, which is Bob Mortimer and Andy Dawson's comedy football podcast. It's not really football, though. There's a bit of football. I don't listen to Giant Bomb anymore. It's just too long. I can't get through it.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah. I listen to the Gary Neville podcast, which is like 15 minutes long on like a Monday morning. The Totally Football Show. Lots of football stuff here. My favourite podcast is the Triforce podcast. That's from the Yogscast. It is Lewis, Sips and Pyrian Flax just chatting about life. Certainly for the Dads of Destiny, this should be right up your street. You got two dads there just fucking moaning about family life in a very funny and endearing kind of way. And this weird fucking, like Lewis from the Yogscast, a bit of an oddball, just trying to understand and kind of failing to. Always very entertaining. Those guys are a fucking laugh. So I listen a lot. So it's probably Atletico Mints and the Triforce podcast are the two that I listen to the most, and then dip into Giant Bomb if I've got some long journey to go on. But yeah, in terms of tastes, I used to listen to a lot of like other gaming shows, which I've kind of axed now because at one point or another, the people on there just annoyed the shit out of me by basically, like, usually by slating a game they hadn't really played. When someone does that, it really annoys me. I hope I don't do that. We try and be really balanced for the most part, and not like dick on stuff just because we don't understand it or whatever. But yeah, like that can be really off-putting. And when someone's saying something on a podcast that you completely disagree with, and you're just like, it just annoys you. You've got no like way of affecting it other than just turning it off. So yeah, there we are. So yeah, there you go. Funk says, yeah, 200th. How do you think we've all changed as gamers since the beginning of the pod? Have we turned into a bunch of old farts stuck in our ways? Or are we right to fight the power?
Mate, I'm still hip with the kids. I know what's cool.
He's down with it. Yeah. He's... I think my tastes have changed. I think that a good way of proving that would be if you brought up a list of all of the AAA games that are coming out this year. I would have very limited interest in most of them, and that's not me being like contrary. I'm not interested anymore. Division 2, like imagine like at the start of the podcast, the Division 2 coming out and me just not giving a fuck about that.
Yeah,
Anthem's the same.
Yeah.
Don't care about those. I don't want to play them. I don't want them. I don't give a fuck about them. So that's how I know I've changed. So I don't think I'm fighting the power anymore. Like we report the news and we'll give people a kick in if we think they deserve it. But I'm sort of sidestepping at this point. I think that's why I ended up with VR, ended up with the other console so I could play the Game Pass games, because I don't want to just be on the AAA train anymore. I'm looking for new experiences, more solo experiences, stuff I can play with the missus, and more fun. I think I care more about fun than progression at this point. That's how I've changed. I think that's fair to say. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think it's spot on. I don't know about me.
Well, you're more community centric than you were before. I think finding the dad clan has meant that you've got probably like a more regular connection, haven't you? With online gaming now.
Most of the time I'm playing with some guys and stuff on there, being whatever game it is. I think it's that kind of just developed due to the fact that, like, when we started this, like, the majority of our friends list, they would be on during the week and stuff like that, and now it's pretty much just game night that people are on, so that's when we get together. And I was like, I kind of want to play with people and do co-op experiences or multiplayer experiences or whatever it is that I want to do. So it was a case of just developing like a new, like you say, community of people to play with and stuff like that. And now I'm looking at like doing a bit more streaming and stuff like that. So it's I don't know, maybe I'm indulging into the internet a bit more than I used to, and being a bit more forward in that sense, I would guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, you're not scared to try and make friends with strangers at this point.
Yeah.
And also, I think a lot of it stems from the fact that you've always had a great love for looter shooters and collectibles and stuff like that, whereas maybe I kind of haven't. I mean, there was a period of time when Destiny first came out, you found your dad clan, and me and Funk were still on, like, in the week, but we were playing like football games, racing games, and that sort of thing, and that didn't give you the sort of feel that you wanted necessarily.
Yeah, true.
But you got that community together, and now you've been in a situation where I haven't been able to get on so much recently, and Funk's away, so you've still had people to play with. So,
which has been nice. But I don't know if like my games have really changed. I definitely play less football games and stuff now, and sports games than I used to. But I still love we both love big old RPGs and things like that, single player experiences. But I love shooting stuff, buddy. I don't think that's ever going to go away. I love shooting stuff. That's
fucking fair play.
That's about it.
Gibbons. Yeah, it's a good question. It's a good question.
Gibbons.
PJ says, I really liked doing lives and levels sat on the sofa with a buddy, local co-op stuff. Good times that I reckon most people now miss out on, as they can just play online. I second that, and I'm lucky enough to have a missus who likes playing games, and I like playing games with her, so we play a lot of console stuff, sort of local stuff as well. And then Funk chipped in with hands down the best games for that was the best game for that was Shadow of Rome. He thinks that was on the PS2.
Yeah.
Him and his friend wasted days on that shit. Half the game was stealth, the other half was gladiator combat. We played it so long and late into the night we could barely even function, and spent the whole time pissing ourselves. Salad days.
This just reminded me of like when me and you were fucking in college and stuff, and we'd just get absolutely wankered playing Pairs, or we bought NFL Street 2 and played it until fucking morning. Those were great times. And obviously the internet has kind of, no, I wouldn't say ruined that. I think it's kind of like enhanced it in a certain way. I feel like nowadays, obviously, we're adults. Like some of us have kids, and we've all got jobs. It's not the same case of like, we'll just go around to our mate's house and get wankered and play games till 6 o'clock in the morning. And the fact that we'll just sit at home and get wankered and play games till 6 o'clock in the morning while chatting to each other. That's the, like, for me, it's the difference is I'm not there. And like when we do meet up, like a couple of times a year and stuff, it's a fucking magical moment. It's so much fun. But I think that having online gaming has, if anything, like it's made our bond stronger because, when we went off to uni or whatever, when we were in fucking top end of the country and you're in the bottom, it was like, I think without Xbox Live, like, our friendship would have kind of petered out in some way.
It would have been hard to maintain.
Exactly.
To the same degree, certainly.
Yeah. But luckily, that was there every Friday night where we'd have like 3 bottles of wine each and we'd be fucking absolutely bollocks playing Project Cars 5, Not Project Cars 5, Project Gotham, sorry. 4 even, not 5.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yeah. I mean, I think the other thing that's changed for me, and this was kind of evident last year when I had everyone down for my birthday for the weekend, that actually the fact that we've got games to play online, that we can sit at home on weeknights and play games online. When I do meet up with my friends now, we don't really want to just sit in the house. We're not kids anymore, as you said, which also means we've got a little bit of disposable income. We can go out for dinner. We can go to the pub, watch the football, like more sociable things than just like sitting in the house. So, everyone came down and normally we would have just sat for the weekend on the sofa, and instead we went on like a pub crawl. We went and got some food. I think you just get older and your tastes change, and I think online has kind of enabled that. That's a positive. You could say that, as fun as it was to sort of just chill out with your buddy on the couch, like it's quite nice to be able to play when you've got less time to devote to it, and then when you do see each other, maybe make the most of it a bit more.
Yeah,
so,
Gibbons.
There you are. That's what I think. So what else have we got? PJ says, I think Mario and Sonic were my first memories. There have been some great couch co-op games on the PS4, though. Probably many were underrated. Overcooked, the Lego games, Trine 2, Magica, etc. Looking forward to introducing my kids to gaming to relive some of those. Absolutely. And yeah, at sort of early doors, it's kind of petered out a little bit, I think. But maybe they are someone kind of under the radar because I haven't regularly got the opportunity to have couch go up with you guys because obviously, we're spread out and so on. But Trine 2 was a great one. Overcooked, fantastic. Obviously brilliant as well.
Great game,
and hopefully some a bit of Divinity when the funk comes back. That's
definitely. I've got that lined up, waiting to go.
It's going to be cool, and it's just whether old friend of the podcast PJ can find the time to devote to that game. But it's a bit of a slog, I reckon. But yeah, fucking sad days, buddy. Lots of good games to come this year as well, and
Gibbons.
And some VR experiences as well. And
I'm very excited about that.
Fucking sweet as the punch. Well, on that melancholic note, buddy, I think it's probably time to end the show. I think we've been waffling on long enough. It's been fucking cool, actually. It's been quite the celebration for our 200th episode. Have you had a nice time? Did you enjoy all the quizzing?
Bollocks, mate.
It's 10 to 12 at this point, which, is pretty late for us on a school night.
Yeah, I'm so tired, but it's been great. Like, once again, chatting with you, buddy, is always fun. But yeah, just having everyone getting involved with this has been great over the years. Like we've had our community may be small, but I've fucking loved every minute of you guys. It's been great, and I just want to keep doing this. To be honest, like I don't see me ever wanting to stop chatting with you about video games because fucking they're the best things around,
you know it. He knows. It's absolutely right. Yeah. Thanks to everyone who's contributed over the years. We are obviously just going to keep going. Why wouldn't we? So yeah, and obviously Ash has been doing a bit of streaming, and I'm hoping to be able to steal a bit more time to get on a bit earlier and so on.
I'm going to steal
I'm kind
you.
of in the groove. Yeah, I'm
going to steal me. I'm going to rob you. Not like that though.
Just,
not actually rob your house.
He's on the lam. He's on the chore.
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. Just fucking fill your boots, mate. See if I care.
Gibbons.
Well, there you go. That is our 200th show. Remember to head over to our website, the jfgpodcast.co.uk, which is live and kicking now. And yeah, you can find all sorts of stuff on there. We've got our Discord links to all our streaming sites. Very sorry to anyone who wanted to watch this live tonight. Unfortunately, we've had some real shitty technical issues, which
you would have heard in probably the first hour of this, me slightly tapping away on my keyboard, trying to fix it frantically. I believe it's something to do with my new graphics card, unfortunately.
It's always something with PCs, buddy.
It's always the way, innit? Bunch of wank.
That's the way. Yeah, it's tricky, but we got to the stage where we knew this was going to be a long one, and we couldn't wait any longer. As it's now basically midnight. But
yes.
Yeah, it's been fucking sweet. And thanks so much to everyone who's listened. Thanks to everyone who's donated over the years as well. And of course, we'll be back next week, which is nice. Because of the way that we're talking, it's almost sounding like we're signing off for good. But no, we'll be back next week, buddies. Hopefully streaming away on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And yeah, if you want to get your scores in for the quiz, or if you've got any questions or anything, then just get in touch.
Or if you want to make us a quiz, go nuts.
Oh, do what you want, mate. Fucking just do what you want, probably. And as of course is tradition with the extra long quizzes, buddy, we tend to put some sort of code word at the end to see if anyone actually made it all the way.
Yeah, okay. Code word.
So, what should we have as the code word this time? I think we'll have
Sharpedo.
Sharpedo. Yes, Sharpedo. Pokemon and Pokemon Sharpedo. Actual Pokemon. So the code word, if you made it to the end, is Sharpedo. I normally get like a flood of fucking messenger, just single word of Sharpedo. The code word from various friends of the podcast around like the Thursday, Friday mark.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be very nice. But Sharpedo's the word, buddies. Thanks so much for listening. We will catch you next time. Until then, I have been Alex. He has been Ash.
Goodbye.
Farewell. You've been listening to the JfG podcast with Ash and me, Alex. You can find us at www.thejfgpodcast.co.uk, where you'll also find our Discord and Street Beat if you want to get involved with the show. Our Facebook is /the JfG podcast, and our Twitter handle is @the JfG podcast. We're on all those video streaming sites too, buddies, from TubeTube to twitch.tv /the JfG podcast to mixer.com, aka beam.fucking-pro. We've got a PS4 community you can join, just search the JfG podcast on there, and we're also on Google Plus if that is how you choose to live your life. Thanks so much for listening, buddies. We'll catch you next time.
Spricht der